What's going on, chat? Did anyone else forget how to stream? I forgot how to stream. Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, I'm back. Hydrate already? You're right, Spidey. You are so right. Hey, how goes your Mahjong marathon? Because I've seen you online for like the entire day, and I bet you've been playing Mahjong. I'm gonna call you out like right away. Took the hydrate. You weren't on all day? I bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna check your... You played one game today? Alright, I'm gonna check your log later. You can't lie to me. I see you. I see you. You know what? Let me just go on Mahjong Soul right now and check you out. Hold on. Let me just check on Mahjong Soul right now. You got... Okay, one was enough. You know what? I'll believe you for now. I'll believe you for now. I'll check you later. What's going on, chat? First stream since... Springfest. And I feel pretty good. I got Astram. I think they're not deafened anymore, so I guess I'll talk to them. 1 second.
Yeah, no,
Whoa, hi, hello.
Hi, Namian. How are you, bro?
I wasn't there, so...
What?
Yeah, you weren't there for the moment I met Namian in person. It was funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why don't... Well, no, before we get to that, how was your drive there?
Oh, right.
Okay, so... I was actually pretty good, I'd say. I feel like it was right on time that we expected. The biggest problem was I got out of work at like 2, and I was like, oh, great, this is going to be great. I thought I was going to get out of work at 5, and we are going to be slower. But I got out of work at 2,
wow.
which was awesome. So I then was like, okay, at 2, I'm going to go pick up the boys, and we're going to head back. And then it was like, oh, cool. Well, then we'll be planning to leave at 4. So I had 2 hours to get there. And usually it would take like... maybe hour and a half tops. Bro, it was an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, hour and a half to go to their houses, pick them up, and get back to mine.
Oh, I thought you meant
so I had
from
to get Lunar.
you to
No, because I had to go get them, and then I had to get Lunar, and that was the last stop, and then we leave from my place. So it was like, okay, whatever. Like hour and a half absolute tops. If like, yeah. It took an hour and 50 minutes. Which was a bit longer than I expected.
I'm surprised with Friday.
Memorial Day traffic.
Oh,
everyone was leaving to go somewhere.
That's true.
So that was rough. But I got everyone. We got there. We had like 10 minutes before that I was back at my place before we had to leave. Then I got gas. We went to Stop and Shop for snacks on the way. Mumu bought deodorant so he could beat the Vanguard player allegations.
I don't think he ended up beating them. He was
that's for later. That's for later. No, that's for later. That's for later. No, it's for later. We can talk about it later.
Understood, for sure. Okay.
But he bought deodorant. We bought snacks. We then head out. It was funny because we kept talking about maxing protein because he found a drink with 50 grams of protein in it, which was insanity.
Is that why you guys got like Quest bars and stuff too?
Yeah, we were trying to max protein the entire weekend. It was very funny.
Why?
Because we found a drink with 50 grams in it, and it was insanity.
I guess so.
Wait,
so then
did you guys have that over the weekend?
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of stuff over the weekend. Yeah,
50 grams of protein's a lot. That's like drinking.
Oh, the Twinkies was another thing. We grabbed a box of Twinkies for the car ride, and we housed it. It was gone by the end of the weekend.
I'm surprised it wasn't gone by the end of the day.
Hey, we're not that bad. But be careful. Protein turns into fat. Take that up with Mumu. He had 50 grams in one drink. Okay, that's up to him.
My guy drank a chicken. Like
that's legit did. It was crazy. So then just drive was really easy. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just a lot of like, yeah. There were moments where people in the car were just very confused about where we were geographically, like, oh, what state are we in? I'm like, God, we literally just said, like, we saw the sign 2 seconds ago. The most unfortunate part was our playlist stopped working halfway through.
Why does
that was obnoxious? Because like I lost reception and it wasn't going through and it was annoying.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so but on the way back it worked just fine. So
that's weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah. So for the last like hour for like the last hour of the drive, we were listening to my my phone play the songs actually on my phone.
Oh, so
alphabetically.
Just only Beatles, huh?
No, but it was alphabetical, and it also wasn't only Beatles, because there's a lot of other random OSTs. So when we hit E, there was like 17 different Eurobeat remix insert track name.
Okay.
So that was fun, and I had to keep pressing the skip button, because they were like, what the fuck, dude? And I'm like, okay, sorry. Yeah, no, that's because we didn't get to the Beatles. We hit lots of Eurobeat.
Okay.
That was fun.
That's valid.
It was our drive there was fine. Then we just got there, pulled in. We got parking really easily, so that was hype.
Okay, our drive wasn't too bad. Literally, we got into the Uber, and like, the person was like, "Shit, I gotta drive you upstate." He's like, "Yeah, a lot of people leaving the city for the weekend." I'm like, "Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing." And like, he's like, "God damn it." You better tip me like a motherfucker.
I didn't realize this is what I was doing. Shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I gave him a 20. That's like a lot for the drive.
Yeah.
So it was all good.
Good tips are good tips.
Yeah, and I like the whole time where I was just messaging you guys because I was like, I don't really, I didn't realize as I was ordering food, I'm like, it's 4 dudes. How much does 4 dudes eat? Like, I'm like, I originally was gonna just get like 2 pizzas because I thought it was the easiest thing to do, and then I was like, wait, 2 pizzas? You and Lunar only eat the cheese ones. I don't know how much Shumumu and Spider eat, and I'm like,
they do eat. Both of them eat.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I can probably put like a bit, and then I messaged Spider. I was like, is 2 enough? Lunar's now saying I ordered too much. That's because you guys all got shy and ate only like 1 slice, like when we got there.
Bro, I'm getting my excuse is I feel like the Twinkies did me in, bro.
You ate yours on top of the fridge, bro.
And
also,
I just want to point out,
on
Lunar
the dusty fridge.
I just want to point out, you said you tip your driver well. My Lunar said he didn't tip his driver shit, which I can confirm. He didn't.
Oh.
Just saying. Would have been nice, but it's okay.
Didn't Namian also order multiple pizzas because apparently you guys didn't have lunch or something?
Yeah, that's what Spider said.
I think Spider said he didn't have lunch.
No, Spider said the group didn't have lunch. But then, like, when I got there, you guys were all like, "Yeah, I ate." I'm like, "Bitch!" Like,
bro, I ate lunch. I ordered Shake Shack, bro. I had
communication somewhere.
That's what happens when I speak to Spider.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But even before the pizzas came, right? Even before that, I went to get the pizzas, and then I ran into like the oldest man I've ever seen in my life.
You actual dickbag.
I was like, oh,
you encountered 2 white guys at the elevator, okay?
No.
Not old. 2 20-something-year-old white guys.
No. See, I went to get the pizza. I got the message that the pizza was here, so I texted Spider. I was like, because you were like, oh, Astram went to take a shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me get Spider to help. So I messaged Spider. I was like, hey, I said, hey, I went out my door and was gonna type, can you help me get the pizzas? And I just ran into this old guy, and I'm like, oh, fuck, well, I guess I can't get past him because he's so fucking old. And then we just went down the elevator to get the pizzas.
Oh,
okay, so you can
I heard you guys from out in the hallway. Like, I was packing up my stuff because Namian said he needed help with the pizzas, and then I hear like 2 familiar voices outside, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I opened the door. I'm like, oh, I guess this is Astro. And I wasn't sure who the other person was.
Okay, so now from my perspective, I'll explain. Okay, we got to the hotel. I brought up a bunch of stuff. I didn't bring up all my stuff because I said I had a bunch of random loose stuff in my car that I needed to bring up. So I was like, brought it up, and I'm like, man, I haven't gone to the bathroom in like 5 hours. I really need to pee. So I went to the bathroom. That's where the Astrams in the bathroom came from, because I really needed to. And then I was like, okay, can someone come with me? I need to go grab the rest of some for my car. So Lunar was like, yeah, sure, I got you. So we walk out, we're sitting at the elevator, we press it, and someone right next to the elevator just opens their door, and I'm like really awkwardly standing there, and I just look at him, I'm like, okay, okay. This man seems to fit most of the demographics that Namian is claimed to be. As in, you know, if he's a white guy, you know, I'm gonna be shit for fucking luck here. Like, if he just lied to me and he's white, but I'm like, okay, so this seems like it might be him. And then I look down at his shirt and I just see Namian on a shirt, and I go, oh, it's the shirt, and he just goes, you fucker.
No. I don't think I said you fucker. I was like,
I don't think it was exactly that.
no, it was
The
something
general
like,
idea.
yeah, that's what I expected.
So that's how the introduction went. It was just
yeah, it was nothing magical. It was just, oh, you're fucking old looking, bro.
dude.
Oh,
And I
man.
went, you're not white. That's crazy.
I know, imagine.
So
The whole
can
time it was just a
confirm that-
diehard Namian fan that happened to be Asian.
Bro, they have a really good naming impression. You gotta say, bro.
I know.
Really good.
Astram, you want to explain to chat why you were wearing what you were wearing this entire weekend?
Oh fucking
Oh, yeah.
okay. So chat.
Yeah, he forgot all
The
his young
day
people clothes at home, so he only had
So-
old man garb.
Shut the fuck up. So chat, the day before this goddamn event, right? I went, yeah, guys, I should do this thing called my laundry. And then I forgot to. So then on Friday, right before, like, while I was like finishing packing during the day, I look at all my clean clothes and I go, oh shit. I don't have anything that's clean other than my work clothes.
So
I
went
ended
naked.
up wearing shirt and tie basically all weekend.
See, that's what I didn't understand. You didn't need the tie. Why'd you put the tie on?
Hey bro,
and the
if I'm gonna
sweater
do the
vest.
hey bro, if I'm gonna do the ensemble, I gotta go all out, right?
No, the tie is not necessary, man. What are you going to
Nah,
a
the tie- the
wedding,
tie-
bro?
Bro, the tie was necessary. Day 2, I only wore a shirt. I didn't even tuck it in, bro. I was fucking tired as shit.
Nah, you were just like bum ass from there. You were just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I was like fucking alcoholic on the weekend. Got kicked out of my house, Astram.
You're Astram
Yeah.
hobo, like at that point.
Astram, yeah, no, but like the actual day of the tournament, I'm dressed nicely. I have a tie, I have a sweater on. I'm sitting there vibing.
Yeah.
My opponents look at me like I'm a psychopath.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not because of the way you were dressed, but because you were just rambling like a psychopath.
What do you mean I was rambling like a psychopath?
I mean, you were.
I was very friendly and nice to my opponents.
Yeah,
I
and
will
then
say.
like the moment you left the table, they were like, God, this motherfucker was so weird. He just kept
Bro, I
talking to
feel
me.
like genuinely the guy that I kept saying we chillin' to, I feel like his story afterwards, bro, that guy was a fucking idiot.
No, he left the table saying we chillin' the whole time. I'm sorry. Wait, no, we're jumping
He
ahead.
did?
We're jumping
I would be
ahead.
so big.
There's like a
Yeah,
whole other
yeah.
night.
Well,
Like
mm.
that was literally
My
like
apologies,
10 minutes.
I
Yeah, that was 10
yeah,
minutes into us
I
meeting
had
each
just
other.
got to the hotel, you know, I had just
Let's
shit.
continue off with pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Yo, we
pizza.
watched WWE. No one paid attention after a while.
Yeah, bro, my Viper.
Yeah, true. My Viper.
He won.
You
That
know
was
what?
cool.
Everyone watched for my Viper, honestly.
Any pineapple pizza? No pineapple pizza.
I
As
was
far as I
tempted
know,
to.
I
I
only
was
ate
tempted to
pineapple.
get pineapple pizza, but they had like the special or whatever, which was just like a whole bunch of crap on it. I figured I'd get that. Can't go wrong with that.
But there wasn't any pineapple on it. It was like
No.
onion, pepper,
Yeah,
sausage.
typical Italian shit. You know, the spider special. You know.
Yeah, the spider special. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Got it.
God, what did we do besides watch wrestling and eat pizza?
Uh,
my
well,
God, the whole.
You did a lot of tutoring.
That's
Oh
oh,
my
you know what? You two talk about your Weiss experience first. How,
Oh,
Ashram, tell
I-
people how Weiss IRL is actually a good game.
Okay, guys, so you know how I ended the stream before the tournament playing Weiss saying, God, this game is terrible, I never want to play it? Game in person is so much better. I retract all of my statements. It's a good game if you play it in person. I stand by The Sim still sucks.
Yeah, The
But in
Sim.
person, it's really good.
Okay. All right. Good. We got that out of the way. The slang. I mean, even if you hated it IRL, I wouldn't hold it against you, because it
Nah,
is like a
it's
weird
fine.
game. But
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
I genuinely enjoyed it. It was really good. What's up, Yukio? How you doing?
how's it
I
feel
had a
going
great
2-0 against Perry, IRL?
Bro, yeah, I think it was two. What was it? It was either 2-2 or 2-1.
Oh, was
I
it?
know
I
I
only
talked
heard
about it.
I only heard about 2 wins you got. I didn't hear about the 2
Yeah, that's
times you
because that was
lost.
the only ones I was talking about. I got my ass
okay.
beat by her. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay. I thought
she
you
kicked
just
my ass at least once.
I thought you just played and you just 2-0'd her for the night. That's why she was so angry.
No.
I kept misplaying. That's why I was angry.
Damn, that sounds like a skill issue.
Mm.
Yeah, I used Soul Bad Guy and Megalomania. It was pretty cool. You look like you're having a good time with some grass. It was good time with grass.
How was and you had fun putting in the new Kyles and the text.
Yeah, bro, that Kyle's so good, bro.
It is very good. It just kept getting better throughout the night.
Yeah, and I actually making use of it in tournament was really nice too. But so that was fun. Played a bunch of games with Perry. I won games which I was not expecting, but it was obviously Perry made misplays and I got lucky. So it was like, yeah, things happen. It's Weiss. It happens. There's variance. So it was fun. I definitely, again, entirely different game. So much better than the sim. Yeah.
Yeah, being
that's all
able
I really
to
have
touch
say.
the cards, looking at your opponent's waiting room, counting all this stuff, rather than like letting
was
the
like-
sim auto do half the actions for you, it's like a really big difference.
It was far better. Mm-hmm.
I think Astram and I had probably the most calm TCG experience that night because Namian had to
Dude,
deal with everyone else.
Dude, I was having like your guys are
No, you
guys are
can
chill.
say it. You were having an aneurysm.
Dude, I was having such an aneurysm. Like, God, it's like everyone
Oh, I
had
choked on
their.
my Coca-Cola too.
Oh yeah. Perry almost died, like on 2 or
That-
3 separate occasions while I was losing my mind. So, like
that was an experience.
each person had their own very specific and fucked up issues, and I'm just like, what am I doing here? I was brought in here to die by you guys. Like Spider didn't know how to play, so I had to like teach him. Lunar was missing
How to play
like,
Vanguard.
Lunar was Vanguard. Lunar was missing cards. Everyone was missing cards, but Trumumu was missing the most important card for his deck.
Oh yeah. Trumumu missing the card that makes his deck work.
Yeah, like I was like, wait, I forgot how it was even brought up. I was like, do you have like, oh, so what does your crest do? And he's like, what crest? And I'm like, you're fucking joking. Is that a fucking joke? You don't have your fucking crest for Mushi King?
Oh my
He's like,
God,
what's a
it
crest? I'm like, fuck. It was so bad. For anyone that doesn't know, if you're playing Mushi King in Vanguard, it's basically the entire thing that makes your deck work, and it's like an extra card that's not listed on deck lists because it's like an extra thing. It's like a token. You don't put tokens on your deck list. So
Yeah.
that was wild. And then he looked it up and he's like, oh, this deck actually works. And then he started reading it and he was having an aneurysm because
He's like, oh my god, my cards do things?
yeah, for anyone that doesn't know what the Mushi King cards look like, they just look like stickers.
Bro, you got a picture of a beetle on a card. That's it.
and the description is like, this beetle is really cool.
It's like the silverest beetle in the jungle.
Yeah, and it has like little circles with numbers on it and rock paper scissors in the corner. And
And you're
like,
just like, what
you're
the-
supposed to look at the symbols and the numbers on the crest, and that'll determine the skill of the card. But the card itself has no text, and I'm just like, this is so dumb. And he but he made the deck work, I guess, kind of. I don't know. It was insane.
He went down in history.
If-
Oh
if we
no,
can-
we can talk about him making history later.
I'm gonna leave it at he went down in history. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel the most for Spider, to be honest, because like Trumumu should have known better. I don't feel sorry for him. But Spider, I felt the most worse for, because like he's doing practice and Lunar's hitting him with fucking prison, which means you don't get to play the game. So Spider never got to play the game while trying to learn the game. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Didn't you
It's
grab
like,
one
ah,
of the
yes.
Ashton's decks
I grabbed the
later
Astram's
then?
like incomplete Bastion deck just so I can be like, listen, I'm gonna play a
So you
vanilla
have a
deck.
deck.
I'm gonna play a vanilla deck against you, Spider,
It's
so you
like
can actually do
these
moves.
These cards, their entire thing is they attack.
They attack, but they attack and do cool stuff, as opposed to
Mhm.
I'm gonna rip your hand and make you.
I'm
fit
gonna
me.
instead of I'm going to make you play an entirely different resource management game in this. No, you just attack.
Yeah, it's like playing
yeah,
Magic
Spider-
to a beginner, and then your deck is like, yeah, I destroy your lands, and the beginner is
Oh,
like, wait, what? Or it's like a
Yeah.
mill deck. It's like, oh,
It's
you
like,
wanted to search for this
huh?
one thing? Now I'm gonna mill your shit, and you're like, bro, it's my day one. Spider
Yeah,
didn't even know
Spider-
how to ride
Spider-
from the ride deck, and he's like, nah, discard hand, bitch.
Yeah, Spider said, yeah, I went into this tournament under the condition that I didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you did it, bro. You won a game.
I feel like if you guys planned things better and knew what you guys were playing day one, things would have
Hey,
been much
hey,
easier.
No, it's part of the experience.
That was up to them.
It's
I
part of the
wasn't. I wasn't
experience.
involved in this one. I disconnected myself from that. I went, hey, I'm playing Weiss. That's great. Good luck, guys.
I honestly think
And then they figured it out.
It added to the experience. Being unprepared is like, yo, what's up? Yo, hey, Darren's in the chat from Silk Road. Yo, everybody shouts out to fucking Silk Road for being a fucking beast over the weekend, right?
Yeah, we spent a lot of money there.
You- you took a lot of their money.
Should have.
You took
Probably. We spent more money than we probably should have.
you
So
took
thanks,
so
bro.
much money. Holy shit.
It was kind of
You
funny
guys are
AF though.
helping us with Shadowverse on day 2, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Yeah.
much about Shadowverse on day
And,
2. So
and
I'm
I
excited.
stole 5 plant tokens from you, bitch.
Robbed them.
How much Mahjong was played? We'll talk about that later too.
Yeah, that comes up. That comes up later in the story. Everyone, stop trying to ask for
I
spoilers.
know everyone's going crazy, but that's crazy. But yeah, no, that was a Friday, and I think it was mainly me trying to help everyone with Vanguard. And then we played one last game of Guilty Gear. We played one last game of Weiss before I headed out for the night, and I think that was a
Yeah.
really good one, where we made like some really good final decisions.
Yeah,
And,
I was very happy with how we landed on the deck.
Yeah, for sure.
You forgot one thing.
What's that?
Everyone having to put their stuff in Bushi Navi. and
Oh
getting
my
changed.
god.
Every single person complaining about entering their deck into the goddamn into
Oh
it, just
my
sitting there
God.
like, this is literally the worst experience of the tournament.
It's like, I want to put this one card in there. It's like, there's 3 versions of it. 2023, 2024, Hollow, no, fuck this. I was like,
It was so funny. It was so funny.
should
I feel for them. I just had Guilty Gear, so I had an easy time entering mine because I know my set was
that's
easy.
not
but-
that's not true. That's not true. You had 3 foils and 1 non-foil Ride the Lightning.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
but
that's
like
right.
that was hard for my heart. It wasn't hard for actually pressing the button though.
Nah,
Because I
you
only
still
had one
to-
set to search.
you still
My
had to
heart
press-
was in pain about it. I was hurt doing it, but it
Better than
wasn't
Bandai
difficult to do
TCG
it.
Plus. Yeah, exactly. Like I hear a lot. I haven't looked at the Bandai app, but I hear so many people bitch about the Bandai app. Like, listen, Bushiroad has a lot of things that they fuck up, but at least it's like fuck ups you expect as opposed to fuck ups that just ruin your life. And I think I much prefer that. It's like knowing you're gonna have a bad day at work, as opposed to knowing you're gonna get hit by a train, or suddenly getting hit by a train. So.
You know, fair play.
Right.
Oh.
It's like everything we warned you about, you expected, and it happened.
Yeah.
At
Dealt with it.
least
It's all good.
Astram and everyone else missed the having to write your entire deck list by hand.
That's true.
Yeah,
When you
screw
had to
that.
write deck list
Screw
by
that.
hand, you also had to write the rarity, the set number,
Mhm.
all
Bro,
that stuff.
I'm legit an old man. Maybe it would have been easier, you know? I'm so old, you know, as you said. I can't use this newfangled technology, you know?
No, knowing your
This is
handwriting, you would have
satire,
been
everyone.
knowing your handwriting, you would have been DQ'd on the spot.
Yeah, fucking on God, I would have been.
You hand in your deck list, and they're just like, no,
And I'm like, I can't read this number.
They're
But
just-
it says ride the lightning.
sir, it doesn't. It says lie the right king, and you're like, okay.
She's like, no, but I'm sorry that my handwriting is bad. Discriminatory.
I can't. That would have been so funny. Like you write the thing. Let's say we made it to top 8 and it was a handwritten like deck list. The judge sits down and they're just like, "What the fuck is this, bro? Where did you
Would've
learn
been
to
kinda
write?
funny though.
Where did you
Yeah,
learn
it
to
would've been
write?"
kind of funny though,
And they're like,
in
"What
my
is-"
opinion.
Yeah, you actually write Kyle instead of Kai, and they're just like, "What's Kyle?" And you're like, "Kyle, bro."
Okay, no, none of my opponents called me on it, but I called every Kyle during the
I
tournament.
know
You
you did.
did?
I heard
I'm
it.
like, and I attack with Kyle, And they were just like, okay.
Silk Road says Ram Lethal. Instead, it says Ram is lethal.
Ram Lethal Valentine.
Wait, it's Saki's birthday? Oh, we gotta kill her.
Yeah, it is Saki's birthday. You didn't know that?
No.
She's one of the few birthdays I can actually remember.
I'm not in any servers or anything, so I didn't get it.
No,
Okay,
I just
we'll
remember
get her.
because it's one of the few birthdays I can actually remember.
Astram didn't do
It's
the
like-
skibbity toilet. The what now?
What?
I don't know.
Huh? Bro, wasn't it established I'm not a Zoomer?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. So that night was fun.
That was
It was
fun
an
night.
interesting experience.
Hell yeah.
And then we went to bed at like 3.
Mhm.
That was fun.
Wait, you went at 3? Oh yeah, we did.
No, I was later than 3, but like that's when like I got into bed. So that was fun. And then I got no sleep at all and woke up for the tournament the next day.
I mean, yeah, I got like 2 or 3 hours at most.
I think I got maybe 3 or 4 at max.
I think I got 4. I think.
This was
I think.
like the least amount of sleep I've ever gotten for a regionals. I think across both days I got like maybe 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I got like 5
Oh,
hours of
I-
sleep on both nights.
I got so much sleep day 2. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
God, it was a dream come true how much I slept. We'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, so woke up next day, hotel breakfast. I had a waffle.
Yeah,
It's
how long
crazy.
did that waffle take you to make?
Okay, so the line was like 2 people, and each in the waffle took like 2.5 minutes. So you know, like 5 minutes there, and it was like 7.5 minutes, and then I got my waffle and I finished it in like 2 minutes.
Wow, just like
It's like
how
less
you,
than 10 minutes.
just like how you destroyed a fucking grilled cheese on day 2.
Bro, it was a good grilled cheese. This guy is so mean to me, and I'm just like enjoying a grilled cheese sandwich.
How was arriving at the venue Saturday morning before us?
Parking was expensive.
$15?
Yeah, I didn't have
Single
much.
day?
I had 1 bill on me, so I was like, oh shit, fuck.
Oh,
You couldn't pay by
So
card?
I look. No, because it was cash. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, because it's
so
just a
I
dude
got-
standing there.
So we got there. It was fine. It was annoying, but $15 for that was like a little like, I'm like, god damn, bro. Because like when we went for dinner, that parking was so much cheaper.
Well, they're just taking advantage of the fact that there's an event.
I know, and I understand why, but I was annoyed by it. So that was fine.
It's New
We
York.
got there. We got there early. The boys.
was there a line already?
Yeah, there was a line forming outside. So it was in the sun. In there, bro. There was a Cody Rhodes banner above us.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes is
Every
gonna
time-
be there like this weekend.
Every time I saw Cody Rhodes, I just started going adrenaline, and that was about it.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so that was fun. We kept making jokes the entire time of that morning, going, yeah, Namian's in the mob, Namian's in the mob.
Yeah,
So then
can you
we
explain that?
so-
That just got jumped on me.
Because
Oh no, that's just you know a guy, bro, because
Like,
you kept.
I'm just
The
eating.
night before, you kept going, yeah, I'm texting my, I'm like talking to my guy, like, hey, like when you walked across the room on the phone after we went, might they possibly have this card? And you're like, let me check, and you just call them, and we're like, okay. So
because
we're
you
like,
guys
yeah,
didn't
bro.
have any cards.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand why. It's just the fact that on the spot, drop of a dime, instantly just calls him. Like, I know a guy. It was so funny to us. So then like we kept making jokes like, haha, Namian's in the mob, haha, he knows a guy. But it was made funnier because we made a joke about a chauffeur, and then Spider was like, yeah, I want to text Namian, the chauffeur you hired us is not taking it. He's taking us not towards the venue. I wonder what's up with that. Like, and it was like, haha, funny joke. Blah,
No,
blah,
like
blah,
I was
blah.
eating breakfast and I get a message. I was like, "Where's my entourage?" I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, no. So we were going through that. It was just like a stupid joke we were doing. And we officially established that the way we'd tell if you were in the mob is that if we walked up to the line and it started entering as soon as we got there, you
Yeah.
were in the mob, and then it did.
Well, I
So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Proof's in the pudding, you know.
No, don't worry about it. Anyway,
Don't worry about it. He's not denying it, chat. We got him. But yeah, so that was fun. Obviously, then they went in before me. I waited for you guys.
I'm
And I went
glad
in
your guys went in first because I didn't know it was so many people that they started a wait list that prevented people from playing at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't
yeah,
expect
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's a much bigger turnout than we normally get, and it must be because like D is getting like popular again. Like
Hey,
I didn't
sure.
expect it. I feel like with DZ, Vanguard is just like getting there again and it's popular, and
hey, that's hype.
yeah, that is hype. It ended up being so many people. And it was a lot of people. Like, have you been to a tournament or a venue like that big before?
I've literally never been to I had never been to a tournament.
Oh, you've been to like a convention or something, whatever. At least, right?
Locals are probably right.
I've never been to a local, Perry. This was literally the first card game thing I've ever been to.
I mean, you've been to a
I've
con
been to
at
like
least, right?
PAX.
It felt like
yeah,
a
I've been to
con.
PAX.
Yeah.
I mean, far smaller than PAX because PAX is PAX, but yeah. For what it was bigger than I expected. There was more people than I expected for
There
what it
was
was.
way many people, and all of it mobbing Silk Road was the funniest thing.
That was the 2 booths, and everyone's just absolutely piled around it between every game, and it was so
I
fun.
wanted to go say hi, but like it was so crowded.
Yeah, I couldn't I would like get up to the booth and I'm like, I tried to get anybody's attention, but they were selling so much crap. And then like my favorite part was they went to the second booth and they were like, oh, and then they turned around and then nothing against the second booth, but they didn't really have anything. There was the mob at Final Turn. No, then there was one. No, Final Turn didn't have as big as a mob as Silk Road, right? We saw that, right, Astram?
Yeah, I do have to say the mob was bigger at Silk Road.
Way
believe.
bigger. I feel like they weren't set up yet. It's like if you're trying to, they mainly had singles, but it was like high rarity singles, and that's not what you need at the start of a tournament. Like when you have the most money, you just want to crack like bullshit.
Yeah, that's bro. I mean, to be fair, we did buy singles from. We did have to get a single for Spider.
You only had 1 hour to set up. I mean,
Really?
at that point, you
That's
just
rough.
at that point you just like it's because like you had a bigger staff than they did. You can't
is
get
rough,
singles
though.
at the tournament. No. The rule, the Bushiroad official rules are you can't buy off individual players, but people don't give a shit. They don't follow that. You can get it at the
Bro,
store.
if no one sees me give them $20, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, you slip it in the sleeve, you hand it off, you do PayPal. Like no one gives a fuck. Like just
No one's gonna see me, bro. What are they gonna do?
The Tio
Go through
said
my
so.
financial history?
Tio also yelled.
Or are
at
they gonna
you like a
go,
little
hey,
baby.
where's your PayPal, champ? What are they gonna fucking do? I don't have to show them my phone. They're not the police.
Yeah, the people at the entrance also just clearly had their like stuff labeled with money, and it's funny because whenever judges approach them, I've seen them before. Like whenever judges approach them, they just go, "Oh, I just put it as a reference for TCG players, so I don't have to take my phone out all the time." And then they're like, "Okay, valid," and then they walk away.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
To quote Spider, I legit sold a card mid-round.
Oh, you did. That's right. Okay. Let's get to the start of the tournament because we need to do some prep into that. So Trumumu not having a crest. The crest is a common
guys.
15
You guys
cent
want to hear
card.
about the most expensive 16-cent card you've ever seen in your
Yeah,
life?
that card costs 15 cent on TCG Player. I literally asked.
No. That card might cost it there, but at a tournament, bro, it costs $100.
I asked everybody at the venue that had their binder out. And I'm like, and I cycled the tables at least 3 times. I'm like, I'm sorry if I asked you already, but do you have a Mushi King crest? And they're like, who the fuck carries that? That shit's a common, bro. I don't carry low rarity. What the fuck's a Mushi King?
It's not a common if
What's
it's
a
not
Mushi
common if
King?
you
I'm
wanna
like,
buy
never
two,
mind.
though.
Have a good day.
What is a Mushi King?
Anyone that had
Mushi
anyone that had a binder, I was like, do you happen to have the Mushi King thing? And they're like, Mushi who? Good day, I'm out. But yeah, so then like by the time I got back to the table, Trumumu had
cracked
bought
a box.
a box. And I was like,
Mhm.
and he's like opening it slowly. I'm like, bro, do you just want me to help you open crack packs? And he's like, yeah. So I just started cracking packs. This guy pulled so many like frame rares and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't care. I just need the thing. So we opened the whole box and it still wasn't there. By that time,
There's no Mushi King Crest.
by that time, my friend came back and I was like, hey, do you have Mushi King Crest? And he's like, what the fuck? And then he starts looking through his book. And then like I see a card that Spider actually needed. I see one of the Bob Sagra weapons, and it's like a high rarity one. It's like the red colored high rarity instead
Yeah,
of the
the
common
red
one.
shiny one.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, yo, Spider, do you actually need this weapon? I think it was Hammer.
It was a hammer.
And I
That's a
was
mace.
like,
Yeah.
Hammer?
I was like, yeah, it was Hammer. I was like,
It's hammer, but it's actually a mace in the art.
yeah. But I was like, bro, can you let him just borrow it for today? Oh, come on, it's like $5. What's he gonna do? So we look it up on TCG Player. That shit was 50 cents. I was like, he was like, no fucking way. And I look at my phone, I'm like, what, 50 cents? Nah, you're missing a
50
zero.
cents.
I know it's $5. And it's like 50 cents. I'm like, bro, just let him take it, man. It's 50 cents. I'll owe you 50 cents.
Oh, you 50 cents.
And he's like, sure. I'm like, thank you. And then I threw it at Spider. He's like, now he has a bling card. He has to redo his whole deck because he finally has a hammer now. Fucking crazy.
That was the fact that they had to redo decks was so funny.
They had to redo
So
the
and then,
deck.
so in this, after that, all that, Namian's like, okay, I'm gonna go around again to go looking for the stupid ass Mushi King crest. Namian leaves the table, to which Trumumu goes, well, I guess I'm buying a second box. So now he's $100 out, and he's opening a second box of Mushi King.
Yeah, and I come back and I
shit!
start
Maz is
cracking it.
rating me. Maz is rating me.
Let's
Maz
go,
is
Hi,
Maz.
Maz.
Yo, shout
Yo,
out to Maz
Maz.
for always checking in on us throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, no, that
Except
was-
on
that
day
was
2, where
awesome.
whenever he touched me, he gave me fucking bad luck, motherfucker. Anyway,
Yeah, hi Maz, what's up, bro?
Clearly, the crest wasn't common, or else Trumumu would have gotten it in his first box.
yeah, no, it was a
I
common.
know.
It's like an uncommon or something. What's up, Richard? We were just talking about how we had to buy
was-
2 boxes for $100
Yeah, the
$100
$100 Mushi King crest.
in order to get a common because one of our guys didn't know that his deck needed it in order to even function. So-
The $100 15-cent card.
Yep.
It's an amazing experience.
I'm telling Trumumu, I swear, like we
Trumumu
should
is
tell
a legend.
Trumumu, we should tell Trumumu to frame that shit, and like
yeah,
get it.
he better. It has to be double sleeve next tournament,
No,
bro.
he needs to get it graded PSA 10.
There's like a sticker on it that says the $100.
Good thing we had
crest.
those boxes available. Imagine you didn't have Chakra Buffy and like set like available.
Oh, it would have been so
That would've been
chover.
so funny. Like eventually, my friend did get one, but that was like into round 2. So
Yeah,
that's so.
that was
funny.
a rough
You know,
experience.
You know what's fucked up? In the second round, Trumumu even forgot to use it.
Wait, what?
He did. He did.
forgot to activate it. He rode and passed turn, and his opponent was like, "So you need? I don't want to. I'm not gonna let
The
you take it
crest?
back, but you forgot your crest."
Like shit, bro. Oh fuck. Mushi King absolute gaming, bro. And I don't know what round it was, but the guy I keep remembering anytime we talk about the Mushi King.
I know.
It's just the guy that
we
he
keep
played
wanting to
against
jump
that was,
ahead,
like,
but there was more to it
dead.
before we get there.
There was
Yeah.
So after the fact that they had to change their decks, like they finally got their decks all registered up, besides Spider, because Spider's app was glitching out.
you forgot something before that though.
Oh, what happened?
Someone was missing counters. Someone was missing energy. You guys had to go to the
No,
judge to see if we actually
ev-
need energy counters and tokens.
Everyone was missing energy counters and tokens, so I bought 3 trial decks and got those.
Oh yeah, and even before that, the only reason we got that
Oh,
was
round
because
4 was the crest, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay.
Was
So
the missing
even
round,
like
by the way.
even like before that, right? Fucking,
Mhm.
I walk up to the judge and I'm like, hey, for energy counters, how can you determine how much energy you have? Can you use a dice? And he's like, unfortunately, per our rules, you can't use a
So
die.
cringe.
You can't
So
use
cringe.
You can't use a dice to keep track of your energy. You can't use whatever to keep. You can't use the spin down thing. You can't use anything with a number on it. You have to use the little tracker, and you have to put an item with a symbol on it, not a number on it, in order to track how much energy you have if you don't have the energy cards. And I'm like, is that a joke? He's like, sorry, no. And I'm like, what's a die with a symbol on it? He's like, oh, you know, Monopoly dice or something with like a hat. I'm like, why would I randomly have that?
So stupid.
Why would I randomly have a colored cube?
I got my fucking Monopoly hotel. I'm gonna use my counter, bro.
Right?
Like, bro, what the hell?
And he's like, oh, you can't use a coin either. I'm like, what?
I feel like he was probably annoyed to explain this too.
I feel like he was just he's like, this is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Is the rule.
But before that question, the only reason I went up there, and I just happened to think of the energy question, so it's because True Mumu uses, you can't use the coin. No, you can't use the coin.
No points.
Yeah, but the only reason I went up there is because True Mumu playing a fucking Stoic Kea deck using the little mushroom dudes didn't have plant tokens.
Oh my god.
So he's, and then like on Friday night they're like, wait, I can't just use a face down card for a plant token. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can. So I went up to the judge and I'm like, hey, if I use a plant token, do I need a plant token card? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then I decided to ask the energy thing, because lucky I did. So like the moment that happened, I was in my head, I was like, yo, I can't wait to go back and tell them this bullshit.
It's so bad, bro.
It sounds like a really funny question too. It's like, hey judge, if I use plant tokens, do I actually need plant tokens?
I mean, that is a question.
Yeah, because like in a lot of cases you can, like, I feel like
if you have a die
Magic,
that says 5/5 token or something like that.
A lot of times in Magic you can use just like X card that isn't a plant token. Go, this is like, my deck only makes this type of token. I'm just gonna represent it with this, which is like very fair. A lot of people do that in Magic.
Oh, you know what?
If you play in like top 8 Magic, they provide the tokens for you. You don't have to have them.
Okay, I okay. Now that I just thought about it, I understand why you can't just have like a face down card on your field in Vanguard, because it might look like a lock card.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought about it. So you know what?
Yeah, I mean, but like if it's like say it's an unsleeved card and your entire deck is sleeved, it becomes very clear that it's not actually like, because you have to have your deck sleeved.
Clearly,
right?
It's Draconic.
It becomes
Clearly it's a lock
obvious.
card. Fuck you. It's a lock token.
It becomes
can't
so
happen.
like, I feel like it's still just complete stupidity. I feel like bro, what if I have a fucking Magic card and I use that as my plant token? No, that's a locked card, bro.
No,
like,
it's a
who
Magic card.
cares?
You can't have that at this tournament. You fuck.
I'm gonna punch a judge in the face, bro.
You should. Oh no, I don't even want to talk about the judge the really peppy judge. No, we can talk about that later. We're still in pre-tournament.
Yes.
But yeah, so you had to go get trial decks, and then I had to go to Silk. And like I was like, I first of all I asked Darren. I was like, hey, do you have plant tokens? And he's like, what the fuck? I don't know. Go ask Calvin. So I go up to Calvin and I was like, yo, Calvin, I'm sorry you're in the middle of a trade and buying shit. Are there plant tokens? And he's like, I got you, bro. And he handed me 5 plant tokens. I'm like, yo, True Mumu, you're the luckiest
homie.
You're the luckiest motherfucker ever. And I threw all the plant tokens at him. He's like, what the fuck are these? Oh shit, plant tokens.
Bro, W. We take those. We take those.
And that's when we had our first bad encounter of the day from
yes.
Yeah, because both Astram and I were just coming back to the table.
Yeah, I was helping Lunar and Spider and Tremumu put their stuff in their Bushi Navi, and 2 of them had the deck registration thing on their Bushi Navi app. The other one didn't have the box at all. So I'm like, I don't know. The app doesn't have the box. You might as well ask a judge, because I don't know how to program it to put it back. So they left. And Tremumu was there like figuring out his Mushi King deck. And they went to go find a judge or staff to help them with the app. And as you guys came back, and then they came back.
Yeah.
And that's when we heard their encounter with the staff.
It was not good, to say the least. They went up there. They went up there and were like, hey, I'm having this trouble. And they're like, didn't you know you were supposed to have your deck registered by 9:30? And it was like 9:35.
Yeah.
And he just got like fucking shit talk, and it was like, oh my god, and it was so rude, and it was like, you're gonna get marked if you do anything like this again. It's gonna be blah 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 blah. And then he goes through the entire process and he manually put it in, and then we go through all this. They go back there, and he didn't manually put it through, and Spider still had to register his deck by himself anyway. And it was like, wow, very effective.
Well, the worst part about it is like a few minutes later, they were like, they made a big announcement.
Yeah.
They're like, you have until 10:10 to register your deck, and then all of us were like, really, you motherfucker?
It's like, oh, you're gonna be a jerk to our player who was 5 minutes late. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
They actually never made an announcement saying 9:30 deck registration.
Oh, they never did. No.
Like every other experience I've had, they waited
Yeah.
until like 10 o'clock, like as the deadline. But you know, it's not like we knew that they were over like crowded by like players. Like that shouldn't be an issue for the players. It's something for them to handle. They shouldn't
Yeah.
take the frustration out on the
It's
players.
like I understand that you are having trouble. You should not take it out on the people who are you are trying to support
No,
and help
don't.
through this process.
Yeah, why yell at your own people? Like why yell at the fucking
Making their
players.
experience worse will not make your experience easier.
No. And this isn't like their first rodeo. They've done like half the regionals I attended last year. No, it's completely wrong of them to do that.
Yeah. Normally they do make the announcement. They're like, players, registration closes at 10. I didn't hear it at all. Like,
No, they
maybe
just didn't. The first time they said anything the entire day was, in fact, the guys, make sure your stuff's in by 10:10. That was the first time they said anything the entire time.
Yeah, we didn't hear any like PA like announcement stuff. So it was very surprising that they just made up shit on the fly. Maybe they were saying shit into the mic and then it just wasn't happening
You
because mic
can't
issues.
hear it because the mic. the mic.
No, the mic wasn't even on because like we didn't even hear any of the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, it just wasn't even on. It's like what can.
Yeah,
So crap.
It was doo-doo. No good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maz saying he got fucked over by judges last year because they didn't explain how some cards work. That's. Ugh.
Yeah, Bushi judges are like, well, you can always appeal the head judge, but like little the volunteer judges, you can't expect them to know everything because they probably don't. Like a volunteer thing, I don't know how much you get paid, but you get like what, a promo, a few points on your like judge card thing, you get lunch or some shit. It's like a volunteer position. No one's really gonna honestly do it.
It's
Minimum
like,
wage,
hey, you're
okay.
volunteering for the sake of volunteering. You're not being paid for this experience.
Yeah.
Like truly, it's not your job. It's like, hey, I'm spending my weekend doing this.
To be fair, this is the first year of the actual legit judge program. Probably because Psy Games, right? Like Psy Games has probably had like a big influence on the like, what am I trying to say? The competency of it. Oh, this is not volunteered for anyone in black shirts. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. But, okay. When we get to our judging counter, I will elaborate more on how I feel about that.
Your judging counter.
Yeah,
I had a whole like 5-minute judging counter during round.
Oh,
yeah,
that thing.
I saw it. I was there for that.
Yeah,
you know,
but-
sitting right fucking next to you.
Yeah, but let's talk about round 1 because we finally got to round 1 and the pairing started. We won that one, which was really cool.
Yeah. I think we were 3-0, right?
Do you remember all your matchups? We can kind of talk about it a little bit.
I probably do.
You sent me like half of yours. I
I
think
sent
got too
you
lazy
like 3 and then I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I forgot to at the end. I played
have
against
mine.
Lyricus Recoil. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
Our
he-
first team was like a
Nickers.
new player team, which was good.
Yeah, I felt very comfortable being that I knew I was playing against someone who also was their first regional. I was like, oh my god, I feel so much better now.
Yeah.
Like, if I fuck up, they understand.
Oh, Bushi Navi actually didn't break for us. Although there
Yeah,
was
I was expecting it to, and it didn't.
there was a round that lasted like really long before they started. You remember that one, Astram, or was that day 2?
That might have been day 2. I feel it.
Okay.
I mean,
think that was
wait,
day
there was
2.
one. No, there was one where it took a while from the start, but it might not have been too long. I just remember I was like, yeah, why have we started yet?
Yeah, it was just the one that took a really long time. But yeah, round 1 was we played against pretty much newbie players also, like people with their first regional experience kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I remember. I fought Azure Lane, Harry fought Avatar, and
Avatar.
Ashram, you fought Licorice.
Lyricus,
Recoil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how did you get any nerves for your first ever regional match? But like you said, you felt better
Yeah.
because it was a new player, right?
I felt better about like, hey, if anything does go wrong, they'll understand. It's like, you know, they'll get what's going on. They understand how I'm feeling at least. I don't think I made anything. I don't think I really fucked up too bad. I feel like it was just like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It was like maybe like, oh, trigger this order. I was like, yeah, sorry, my bad. Didn't say it out loud, something like that. But
good.
like, it was like, yeah, it happens, you know?
Yeah.
He did basically the same stuff I did. He was really nice. He was a really cool guy. I do have to say, I think my favorite line from that matchup is when you sat down for your match, it was revealed you were playing Chainsaw Man, and the person was so disappointed, and you just said, "Don't worry, I'll tell you how Chainsaw Man players can cheat." And, and everyone, we're all like, "Hey, he's not gonna cheat you, but he knows how to."
No.
So
Okay.
I thought that was really funny. I thought
No,
that was really funny
it's-
personally.
It's a good icebreaker. It's because like especially new players. Like I'm not gonna go like super ham on new players. Like I'm gonna like, especially for like tournament experience, I tell them stuff like that they might get called on if someone were a bit scummier. And I think that's a good thing.
That was
to
basically
do.
my round two. That was my round two.
Oh yeah, we'll get to there because I want to talk about that one. But like the main thing I try to do if I know you're new, I'm just like, hey, okay, it's new. So one, I think I might have an easy round, so I take it a little easier. And then two, every time like they do something that breaks the rule, I'm like, hey, you should actually be doing that, or else someone's gonna say like it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I'm also like, oh, okay, I'm doing this. So when you play someone else, make sure they're doing that. Like cards saying discard a card instead of discard a Devil Hunter and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, make sure this when they do that, they just don't discard anything in order to do that. Like I make sure, you know, people just don't get cheated.
Like as was said, it's like I can show you how people can cheat, but like we all knew it was like, hey, you're not gonna cheat them. Like it was like, yeah, but it was just like it was just funny in the moment of like he's not going to.
Yeah, but I think we all won that round, right?
Yeah.
That was
I
a
won
good
against
3-0.
Avatar.
Yep. So we were all up one at that point, which was a good start.
I accomplished my goal for the weekend.
Yeah, winning round one was
Right there,
right
in there, then and there.
Yeah. So second round started the team kill rounds.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, we were fighting people from Card Quest, and how oh wait before even that, Astram, you made a comment about this and I thought it was really funny. When I first approached the venue, you were like, how come everyone here knows you?
Bro, like 4 people walked up and you were like, yo, what's up? Insert name here. I'm not gonna say it, but it was like I'm just like, bro. It was like 5 people and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, dude.
Yeah, you were like,
everyone knew you.
Everyone on the outside knew me. The moment we walked in, everyone knew me, and I'm just like, I never thought of it as weird, but you pointed it out, and I'm like, you know, everyone does know me. That's kind of strange.
Bro, everyone knew you, and I was just sitting there like, I feel so out of place that I'm on your team, and everyone knows you and looks at me and goes, who the fuck is this rando?
That's what they said too. That's what they said. All the like when you got up or something, they're like, who is that third guy? Was he just a random you picked up? I'm like, no, I know him. I swear.
Like, no,
him.
he's my friend, I swear.
Who's this random guy? I've never seen him in my life. I'm like, oh no, I know him, don't worry.
Yeah, I felt so out of place, which is why I think after those games while you were chatting, I'm like, I'm gonna go find my squad and go talk to them because I know them.
Yeah, but round 2, we fought the first CQ crew. You got to meet Ka, which is our
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
So our description of Ka before it was me going,
can't do an impression
if
of
I do an impression of him,
racist.
I will sound extremely racist. But now you understand what I mean.
Now I understand why if you do an impression of him, it sounds really racist. I get it. No.
Okay. Ashton, what did he sound like?
He seemed like a fun guy.
Ashton, what did he sound like?
A fun guy No, I cannot do that. I am the whitest man alive.
You have a pass. You have a pass from me to impersonate
no pass. You cannot get me to do this.
Okay.
I do this, you clip me, and I'm fucking screwed.
Okay,
I'm not doing it.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I know what you thought was the funniest line ever. The funniest line was,
Net deck.
oh, no. The funniest line was, oh, no, it's okay. I'm playing fun deck. Fun for me, not for you.
No, I really like the net deck.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I was like,
it's Liz.
oh, yeah, we were playing Mirror Match Chainsaw Man, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, did you get the deck list did you net deck? I'm like, no, I built it myself. He's like, oh, I net deck. 2023 world champion. And then like later when I get hit by the fucking change kill, he's like, this is why you net deck and you don't build your own shit. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, Connor. Shut the
This is so funny. I found that this is why you net deck.
Oh, he did it.
I'm sorry.
This is why
I was in the moment. Oh no.
This is why you net. Yo, guys, clip
seemed like a
Astram
really
being
fun
racist.
guy. He sounded like a really funny guy.
This is why you net deck. You don't make your own shit. I net deck.
He sounded like a fun guy.
Oh my god. Well, while I was having fun in a mirror match, you were getting fucking schooled. Like, you were
He was like, I made two mistakes. I
Mhm.
made two very dumb mistakes of just like I missed something, and he was like, you can't do that. I don't want you to get fucked in top 8. Don't do that. And he said it so like straight to my face.
Yeah.
I felt so bad about myself. I was apologizing constantly, like, thank you for being so kind. Thank you so much. And like I know that he wasn't in it to be mean because he said like I don't want you to get screwed in top 8. But he said like his tone was so there. I was like, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for being nice. Thank you. I'm so
he talks.
And then
That's how he talks.
it would no, I know, but I still felt like that. And then it was worse as I fucking scummed him out at the end when I stuck 5. And he had 6 climaxes in his deck still, and I'm like, oh fuck, bro.
It was so funny. What's up?
So if you if people didn't know, Astram was an A slot, Namian was in B, and I was in C. Yeah, and
Astram.
I wish I was in B slot because I would have just heard, "I'm sorry, thank you, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
It's all I did the entire game.
The entire round, I swear, you were doing your best Jackie Chan
I tried
impression.
to play a green at level 1 and I didn't have green, and he's like, you can't do that. You don't fuck that up next time. I could get you called. And I'm sorry.
No joke. You were doing your best Jackie Chan impression when he's just a regular guy. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. That was you the whole game.
It was my entire round too, and the fact I scummed him at the end, I felt so bad that when the game ended, I got up and was like, I need to leave this team.
You know how hard it was to concentrate with you on my left and me fighting
I'm
Ka?
sorry, man.
I couldn't focus, Brute. I had 2 Jackie Chans like next to me.
When it went to your left.
Yeah, I couldn't do shit, man. I knew I misplayed and I almost wanted to take it back, and I was like, I can't because I was distracted by 2 Jackie Chans. Like, it's okay. Ka scummed me on that one anyway because he flipped. I had a backup that would have refreshed to my waiting room to put all my climaxes back in, but this motherfucker hit me with the triple climax at the end for Aki and dealt 3 damage, and I died. I'm like, you motherfucker! I couldn't refresh. I fucking hate you.
I was watching your game after mine.
I fucking hate you.
Because I had the scum moment, I could watch your game, and I was like, "Ooh, that one's rough." Because I know what that one does, and I'm like, "That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough."
It's okay. Well, Perry came through and killed the Bang Dream player on C slot, so we were able to advance round 2.
Let's go.
Yo, starting 2-0 was like.
Now, chat. I don't want to spoil anything for me. It only goes downhill from here for me.
Oh, remember what happened at the end of round 2? You invited Ka to play mahjong with us.
That's right. Oh yeah. So
that was so funny.
Okay, yeah. So let's roll it back just a tiny bit. I gifted Astram's group a mahjong set with English numbers on it, so they could play mahjong and understand.
Let's go! It was big. It's big. It saw a lot of use this weekend. For the record, we'll get to that later.
So I spoke with Ka after the game's over. I'm like, "Oh, you want to come to our room and play mahjong?" And he's like, "What do you mean? I don't need your room." And then he like digs through his bag and he pulls out a Spy Family mahjong set. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" Even his teammates,
cooking.
Even his
bro
teammates,
was cooking.
His teammates were like, "What the fuck are you doing with that?" I'ma get bored. I'ma play mahjong.
Bro was cooking. I gotta give him that credit.
I fucking
Okay,
love Ka, man. Ka's so
do his
fucking
thing.
fun. I love that man. He's
He
so
seemed
good.
like a blast to hang around. I'm gonna be honest.
He makes every event.
He seemed like the life of
fun
the
as fuck.
party.
He's so dumb. He's so crazy.
He sometimes he would do like the announcements at our locals. Like he would do the pairings and he would yell them out.
Everyone has a nickname. For some reason, I forget who it was, but they're Lolicon 3, and I'm like, why are there 2 other Lolicons in this group? What's going on?
Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
You know, hey, let him. It seems like a fun guy at least.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Good times, good times.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like you said, it started going downhill. Round 3.
Yeah.
round two.
No,
that
round
was round
2.
two.
No, round 2 was CQ, and then round 3 was Team Kill number 2.
No, we met up with Tremumu's group afterwards
Yes.
and we heard
Oh,
a story.
Tremumu's group. That's right. Oh yeah,
Oh,
let's
the
talk about
story
Tremumu.
of Mushi
Round two.
King.
Okay,
The
yeah,
story
yeah,
of the
King
Mushi
story.
King game.
yeah. Okay.
King story.
So who wants?
So
Astram, you tell us one.
I'll put this in the very basic terms. We get back, we hear the report. Unfortunately, my boys, I don't know when they got wins, but I don't think it was round 2. They were 0-6 overall. All of them lost. Both their games. We get there, they're chilling. They're like, yeah, I lost that one. And then Trumumo, my boy, sitting there like, yeah, but I gave a guy, I think I made him question his life because he goes. They start the game. They're playing. Trumumo was playing Mushi King, you know, the classic. He sits there and he starts playing the deck, and his opponent literally asks if it's real Vanguard cards. He asks his own teammate and goes, "Is this a real deck? Are these legal cards?" And his friend's like, "Yeah, dude, it's Mushi King." And he's sitting there, like, head in his hands, like, what the fuck is happening? Completely just out of his mind, dead the entire game. And then like Trumumu gets him to like 5. It's like 5-6 at the end of the game, like 5 damage versus 6. And he's sitting there and the guy's still just like, I don't know what's happening. I hate my life here. Trumumu won mentally by far and above. Trumumu won that game just because I think he broke another man.
No, you're getting a few details. My favorite detail is the opponent, like, apparently, like, okay, so he's like, okay, I could ignore the text on these, and then Trumumu rode on his Vanguard. He pulled out the crest, and then he pulled out 3 order cards, put them down, and his opponent apparently was like, fuck, I have to read all of this shit too.
No, that one is good. The you know, I don't have to pay attention to anything. Pulls out the reorders. I have to pay attention. Starts
I have to
reading.
look at everything now. God damn it. And he's like, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure he
it's
was
so-
like reading it all, and he's like, machine gun punches, super throw, what the fuck?
These
that
beetles,
shit
the
makes sense.
silverest in the jungle. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, in fucking insane, man. I think that's the funniest shit.
Mhm.
Just not to spoil anything in the future, Trumumu was known as the Mushi King player.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna say it now. Day 2, when I'm walking around, I heard someone go, yeah, there was some Mushi King motherfucker yesterday. And I'm like, who the fuck?
Trumumu went down in history for this shit, bro.
I think it's almost better than me playing Token Ranbu and making someone cry at a regional. I don't know what's better at this point. That's definitely a
They're
contender.
both funny. They're both really funny.
That's a contender. Being the Token Ranbu guy, making someone cry in a tournament. Bro, get a life.
They're both really funny.
Get a fucking life, bro. I lost.
Literally.
I lost with Gravidia against
My
Token
Gravidia
Ranbu.
lost. Oh no.
I'm crying. Ah.
Oh, it was so funny.
That was the funniest shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, our round 3. It was another team kill, because it was another CQ. I think they got 2nd or 3rd place.
Oh, hype.
Yeah. So yeah, all 3 of our CQ teams got 1st through 3rd. So it was crazy. They had the craziest group picture.
Pog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was cool. But I fought another Chainsaw Man mirror. Perry fought Itsuki from Quince.
Yeah.
and you spot Spy Family, right, Astram?
I fought
Mhm.
Spy Family, the nicest guy I fought the entire tournament. Again, I want you to tell him he was super nice if you see him anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way,
Yeah, like
genuinely the nicest person I met at the tournament.
I love
So
that.
chill.
I love that basically everyone you fought, especially from the local crew, it was just like
Mhm.
genuinely nice, and you had a great
No,
time. I'm
like,
glad you had that experience.
I had such a good experience. I feel like all of the players I played against were incredibly nice. Even if it like the tone made me feel terrible in round 2, he was still a very nice person. I felt bad because I felt like I was doing him dirty, but he was a nice guy. So I'm like,
Mhm.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
But like,
like even
Mhm.
the Homo Jam, that's in the chat
Mhm.
sometimes. He's like, oh yeah, no, he told he told him, and he was like, yeah, he's new, don't whatever him. And like Dennis was like, yeah, I know, it's fine. So he definitely didn't G you because of it. So that's cool.
he explained every card, and I was like, you're phenomenal, thank you.
Yeah. What about the Spy Family guy? How was that deck? You said he was a homebrew.
Oh yeah, no, he literally said like he was like, yeah, I'm playing Ghetto Spy Family. This is not what I want to do. And this is not the good way to play it. And he's like, but it's the ones that I like. And then he explained everything, and I'm like, this is amazing. This guy is phenomenal, amazing guy. My favorite opponent by far. And again, I had the other people I played against were still very nice.
Don't you like that? Even in Weiss, where it feels like everyone's kind of like a meta whore, you can kind of just take your own homebrew and what you like and kind of run with it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I got 2 wins on Guilty Gear. I'll take it.
You got 2 wins on Guilty Gear, not playing the meta build on Kai Kiske,
Yeah.
playing who you
Playing
want.
my boy, my
Exactly.
favorite character. Then I got into an argument about later in the day.
Wait, what?
We'll talk about the Kai on round 5, okay? The Kai argument happens round
Oh,
5.
That one, you're right. Okay. Perry, you had a really close game, didn't you?
Yes, I fought Homu, and my brain just like went into autopilot Weiss mode. So I had 5. Actually, no, I started my final turn with like, I think I started with like 8 stock. I picked up the Sit climax, and then I went into Encore phase, and I was starting to ping with goats. And what happened was I had 2 climaxes left in hand. One was the climax combo for Ions, and the other climax was a red climax, which I didn't need. I had 2 cards left in deck, so automatically my brain went, oh, 2 cards left in deck, I have a climax left in my hand, I should pitch it. I want to pitch it and ping with my goats. And then as soon as I did it, I realized, wait, I'm down to 4 stock. I can't use my sit back up, and that kind of like was really bad for me.
Yeah, so the sit backup cost 5 stock, and she specifically grabbed it in order to not die, but then she ended up throwing it away by throwing away the last stock.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just an auto instinct thing. Like as a Weiss player, you're like, oh, I'm about to deck out, send as many climaxes back as possible. So my mind just went on autopilot, and as soon as I did, I'm like, oh, drat. Then Homu, when he started his turn, was like, that Civ climax was 5 stock, right? I'm like, yes, I misplayed.
Yeah.
He knew I grabbed it, and he knew I was waiting to use it, and then he noticed I had 4 stock. So it was unfortunate.
Yeah,
So
that's
close.
yeah, that's like I'm gonna chalk that up as like not as being rested and just like pressure, because you didn't know who won from our side yet. I typically not like saying anything. You know, just so you get like the full
Don't
match
put on
out.
any pressure or anything.
Yeah, no additional pressure. Just like, hey, play as you should. And finish the match. Finishing the match is the most important. The last thing I want to do is have anyone interrupt each other's games to either say, hey, your game's irrelevant, or your game is do or die, like kind of a thing. Because I don't want to put that onus on anybody. If everyone's like, yeah, your game's not relevant, and I'm just like, oh, I suddenly just stop caring. Like, I don't want to, because then that might,
It's like, why even play it, bro?
that might bleed into the next round too, where like you just suddenly become like, oh, okay, my game didn't matter. All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, it kind of throws you lose momentum.
Right, whether it's a winning your game didn't matter or a losing your game didn't matter, it's like, oh, your mindset just kind of changes, and you're just like, oh, yeah. And then it might carry into next round, and like your first mulligan is like a misplay, and then it just keeps carrying from there. So I like to let people finish their games on teams, just so they can get more practice, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to play. Like, it's not to Like, obviously, winning is the thing, but I think it's good just to play it out too, because yeah, that's what we're there for, right? But yeah, we ended up losing that round. And then the fourth round, I played Itsuki. Perry, I forgot what you played.
I had to deal with Chainsaw Man.
Oh, you fought Chainsaw Man that round, right?
Lime.
Play Chainsaw Man.
And what did you play, Astram?
Slime.
Oh, Slime. I
We
forgot.
chillin'.
Oh God, how was that? Oh yeah, tell me about chillin', man, because
Okay.
the right side of my ear just never stopped having volume. Like,
Nah, so it was just the guy. I feel like he came.
that was
with
another
an
local,
energy.
by the way. That was another local. Yeah.
He came with an energy that was like a little much, and I wouldn't quite get it because I'm not as versed in Weiss and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna my mind going into that. I'm like, I'm gonna have a good time. This guy, he seems like he can do something, and like he I feel like he's gonna do a lot of stuff. And I'm just gonna come up with a bit that I can rock with this guy because I feel like he'll at least play off of it. And then when I started mulligan, I'm like, we're chilling. And so the entire game, every time things were looking bad for either of us or anything happened, we just started going, we're chilling. And so it was just, I started the bit to just go like, yeah, I can banter with someone. There's no issues. Everything's fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Like if I make a mistake, he understands. Like, yeah, it's just all in fun. I'm having a good time. It's not like I'm trying to scum him out or anything like that. It's like, yeah. So I felt like that was a good way to get into it, to like kind of preface my match. And I overcame his quite possibly not the Weiss vibe I wanted with my own vibe, and I won.
Yeah,
I didn't win the game. I won mentally though.
You two were just two fucking weirdos to my right, and I fucking hated
Yeah,
it.
dude, I needed to win somehow, so I won mentally.
Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff, and I was like, I have no fucking clue what you're doing, bro.
Slime's a pretty like
Slime's
easy
annoying.
deck.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what he did. It seemed stupid, and I just went, okay, we're chilling, whatever.
Yeah,
you said,
that's
bro.
what you do. That guy has like 120% energy levels constantly, and like how much he talks. So it's like.
So I
okay.
figured I'd focus it into something I can manage.
Yeah, otherwise he'll just go off.
Yeah.
I think this was
I
the
figured
round.
focus it how I can.
I think this was the round I also have that 5-minute judge call.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so oh yeah, because you were too preoccupied with Chainsaw Man, Perry, to I guess remember. But I had a really long judge call, and it's because like for whatever reason a card fell off of my stock, and then they were like, okay, where should I place it? Because like there's been 2 game actions since then, and I'm like, I don't know, we should call a judge over.
I heard a little bit of it. I heard the end of it where you asked for extra time, but I don't think I remember anything else.
Yeah, so the judge basically went to head judge to ask like, hey, what happens if a stock doesn't, you don't know where it goes because it's a hidden field. And like after a long time they came back and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna place it here. And my opponent was like, what the fuck? And I was like, are you sure that's how it's ruled? Like I remember like, and I started spouting out the cards. I still remember it. It was like, it was a fucking level 3 Aki, and then power sent the stock here, etc. like that. And I'm like, I just don't know what that card is.
Wait, I think I do remember part of it. I think the judge was like, well, I think the judge said that it wouldn't have been proper for them to pick up your stock to look at it or something like that.
Something like that. And then like
Something
that would
along
then
those lines, I
confirm
think.
it, and then the opponent it would give the opponent knowledge, etc., etc. So they were just like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it here. Was it a climax? And I'm like, no climaxes. And they're like, okay, so it doesn't matter, right? And I'm like, technically it matters. but
Technically, it does, because like when
technically
you
it
get things
matters.
out, goes into
Exactly, the
refresh,
order in
but
which
it's like-
things are paid out, yeah. But it's like within
Yeah.
like 3-4 cards of each other, so it's not like super relevant. But we're just like, okay, so I'm just gonna put it here. Is that okay with you? And my opponent's just like, bruh. But I later realized why my opponent was like, bruh, because I was at level 0 and he was at 2-6. So he was just,
Jesus.
he was dying. And then like after the game, he was like, I was like, yo, sorry for the judge call. He's like, No. The judge called in bother. I opened up 7 climaxes. I'm like,
Oh, Jesus.
He wasn't annoyed at you.
Poor man. No, bro. Poor man.
yeah, he
Yeah,
opened up
poor guy.
7.
Someone get him like a fucking like chalky milk, bro. He needs it.
Yeah, he opened 7 climaxes. I was like on level 1. When he was on level 1, I was like swaying. I'm like, cause yeah, I don't know. I think I sent like direct attacks in, and I was like, yeah, 5 soul, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna cancel, and it's stuck, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Well, he's gonna cancel the next one, right? I checked the fucking pants double soul climax, and it hit for another 5, and I'm like, oh, he's definitely canceling that, and then it's stuck, and I'm like, bro, what happened? Are you okay?
Poor man.
Yeah, it was not a fun experience for him. So
That is
yeah.
that poor guy.
Yeah, man opened up 7 climaxes. I'm like, okay. But I won my game. But then Perry, you lost Chainsaw Man. So I think we didn't advance on that one.
No.
I don't think there was anything I could have done against Chainsaw Man. Like that deck punishes good players. And like I'm not the best player, but I do know to, stick my climaxes back in my deck if anything. Round 3 was proof of that. And you don't want climaxes in your deck for Chainsaw Man. Even though you should have, I don't know, Chainsaw Man's weird. You get punished if you play well, and you get punished if you don't play well. Like it's a lose-lose situation no matter what.
Yeah, and that's why I mean, it's not the full reason why I lost my other 2 rounds, but Chainsaw Man Mirror is the most fucking like cancer ass fucking matchup you can play with, right? It's not only whoever hits level 3 wins, it's the better Chainsaw Man kind of loses. And I'm just like,
yeah,
that's so dumb. Like it's
the better you are at Weiss, the easier it is for you to lose to Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh right, and just going back to my round 3 opponent, and not that I'm gonna hate him for it, but he's like, I'm gonna make the bad play here and hope I don't get punished, and then he swung as the bad play, and then he didn't get punished, and he's like, oh okay, I guess I'm fine. I'm like, you bitch, why even say that stuff out loud? I'm gonna make a bad play and hope I don't get punished. I'm like, fuck you. And I know the guy, he's like a real sweat guy too, and I'm like, god damn it. I hate it. I don't like it, but
Rough,
I know,
bro.
it is what it is. But so what, our record is 2-2 at that point, round 4.
Yeah.
Round 5, I'm trying to remember round 5.
Chainsaw Man for me, it was the guys from Canada, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the Strictly Broken. There we go. Oh, that's where you had the guilty gear.
I gotten into an argument.
Yeah,
with,
I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
Okay, so chat, they're wrong. Just by the way, they're wrong. I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I'm playing Kai from Guilty Gear because like he's my favorite character. I main him. I love Guilty Gear. And they're like, oh yeah, you play Guilty Gear? That's super cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm playing. He might be not good in this game, but at least he's really good in Strive. And they're like, bro, you're fucking wrong. He's dog shit in Strive. I'm like, bro, what are you on? He's so fucking good. And I'm sitting there just like, nah, dude, you don't fucking get it. Character's so good. And like, no, you're fucking coping. I'm like, how am I fucking coping? My character's legitimately good and I'm saying he's good. And you're like, nah, bro, literal cope. And I'm like, bro, if I lose on my character and he's good, it's my fault. I'm not coping. He's a good character. And they're like, oh, I guess that's a fine mindset. And I'm not lying. There's a line that I've had said that I think is persistent through Strive that I've heard multiple actual professional fighting game players, not these people, say. That is literally, if you think Kai is a bad character, you are bad at Guilty Gear. And I'm like, bro, it's sticking. Kai is so good. He has all the tools you need. He has really good pressure, plus on block Future Arc after shock state, super good. Fucking eat shit. They're fucking idiots. I lost that game, by the way, but idiots. They don't know anything about Guilty Gear, but they do know Weiss better than me.
Someone clip Astram and like send it to Strictly Broken.
Bro, they're wrong. I'm right about this. I'm right.
Yeah,
I mean, they were nice guys. They were talking back. Like it was a bit of banter. Like nothing against them, obviously, but I do truly believe Kai is a very good character. And them saying he's bad is just like, no, you're wrong. He's very good. He's a very good character.
They tried to change the topic off of Kai because you were yelling so much. They were like, so Johnny, and you're like, yeah, Johnny.
I'm like, Johnny's what got me into Guilty Gear, bro. That's my
You were
boy.
yelling so much, they were just like, all right, let's stop talking about Kai.
Yeah, because they knew they were losing the argument. Just saying. Just saying.
I just think it's funny. They were like, okay, so Johnny.
I know, yeah. I'm sure they just didn't want to deal with me yelling at them, but like,
Yeah.
I still stand by. I am correct. They're wrong.
Yeah.
Kai is so good.
I fought Overlord and Perry fought Avatar, the Sokka shit.
Avatar.
Yeah.
It was a different build than Sokka normally, and I got my cards popped.
I'll say it's the normal build. It's the normal build. I played the off build. Yeah.
Oh, that is okay.
Yeah, that's the normal build. I played a weird one.
You don't play a change kill, do you? Oh, people normally don't play a change kill.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, they played a change kill. That's fine. That's different.
Yeah, I ran in. I didn't expect the change kill because Avatar normally doesn't play it, and then Eins got popped, so I was in a bad state. Well, I was in a bad state even before it because because for Eins you put down units on the board and then you bounce it back, but they had the zero. Gosh, boss, I can't remember his name. They had the level 0 Aang that minus his power, so
the fire Aang.
the Aang. Yeah, so my units got popped, so I lost like 2 units off my board, and then I ran into the change kill, and I was basically dead at that point.
Yeah, and I like that he agreed that I think Sokka should be fucking banned because Sokka is so fucking toxic, man. I can't fucking deal with Sokka.
It was so funny because I think it was his sleeves, but he gave away that he was playing Avatar, and I'm like, you're playing the blue man, aren't you? He's like, yeah, the blue man needs to get banned. Like before the game even started. Yeah, as soon as he dropped his hand, I'm like, oh, you're playing the blue man, aren't you? And then he's like, yeah, but the blue man needs to get banned.
Definitely, man. Astram, you know enough about Weiss for me to tell you his skill now, right?
Sure.
Okay, he's ETB, clock 1 stock, summon a cost 0 card from your deck. Okay.
Okay.
That also happens on death.
Okay.
The characters come out standing.
What? Why?
Exactly. So what happens
No,
is
but, like,
mid combat, they kill it intentionally with a Azula card to summon another cost 0, which is also Sokka.
Yeah, I understand the concept.
But it gets worse.
That's kind of dumb.
It gets worse because you can
Oh,
put
shut
Sokkas
up.
in the back and you kill the back Sokkas to play over the front Sokka, and the front Sokka also summons another guy. So you have 2 fresh attackers.
Bro, I thought I was scamming people.
And then because they can check standby triggers, which special summon from the waiting room, you could special summon on top of the Sokka, then trigger the death on Sokka to summon another attacker.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I remember turn 2 in last year's Toronto regional. I got 9 attacks out, and the person was like, "Are you playing this deck right?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm sorry, but I am playing this deck right.
That's interesting gameplay, bro. So cool.
Yeah, they gave up.
I would too.
Yeah, it's so disgusting, man. Sokka is a fucking beast.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be 100% honest. If someone did that to me and I was holding 3 climaxes in my hand, I probably would just concede.
Imagine the guy that opened up 7 climaxes and just got hit with Sokka for a turn and died.
Yeah, at this point in the tournament, I can say there were multiple instances where I would just I'd hold my hand a little further forward with like 3 climaxes in it, just in hopes that Namian glanced over and saw how bad my hand was in the moment, so I could feel better about myself. Like, yeah, shit, that's bad luck, bro. So I was just sitting there like,
I was peeking at your guys' hands like throughout the game whenever it was like my turn to have thinking moments.
Yeah,
so I
convenient,
just
yeah.
leaned back a little bit and I just looked at my peripherals. And every so often, Astram's just holding 2 climaxes. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm just like,
They're
bro,
not
I'm
supposed
trying to
be in
get.
your hand.
Bro, I am vomiting as many. I swear to God, if you saw me with 2 climaxes in my head, it's because I discarded the 3rd already, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to get them out of my hand. I'm really struggling.
Yeah. Like the main thing I was looking at, especially if I was in a tough position, I just wanted to see where everyone's level and clocks were. Like half the time you guys were behind, and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
In the game against Chainsaw Man, bro, I canceled more than the Chainsaw Man player. I just didn't draw shit towards the end, couldn't hit level 3 and died.
Yeah, it was weird because you said you were canceling a lot, but they were on level 2 when you were on 3, and I'm like, oh really? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, that was like my last game. Is he hit me at the very end. I'm like, okay, I'm 3. I have to try to send it, but I literally just didn't have any more resources because I tried to fucking do anything else for the rest of the game because I canceled all the way entirely beforehand. I'm like, well, shit sucks for me. Well, what can I do? And then.
Yeah,
that we had already lost that round, so we didn't actually even finish the game. But I lost the game, but we didn't finish it technically. I mean, I lost it just because how everything was going. I was done, but
yeah.
Technically, it didn't finish.
Wait.
We'll never know. We'll never know, everyone.
Was that the player that was like, I've come all this way, I might as well play?
Yeah.
That was the really quiet guy.
Yeah, now it's like one of those things where like I sat there. And I'm like, I tried to banter a bit. He didn't say a goddamn thing to me. And I'm like, okay, I see, whatever, I'll just play it out. I appreciate because he was nice about like, hey, he didn't do anything rude. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play the game. He let me play it out even though I had basically already lost. He was like, yeah, I'll just play it out just for the sake of it. I appreciated that. I wish he bantered more, but like I can respect, hey, he wasn't a dick. He did everything. He played the game with me. He wasn't rude. It happens, you know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, some
even if
people aren't
he's
so
not
talkative.
my favorite he's not my favorite person I played against, but hey, he was still a chill guy. I take that. Again, wrong opinions on good.
I know. I think that's honestly what I'd normally expect, and we're just like the more quiet, hey, only say the effects kind of thing. But you just ran into some really good opponents that were like really just friendly. And like I think the familiarity with the local crew like made it much easier to be like bantery.
Yeah.
So I think you just got some really good first 4 rounds.
I feel like I was very lucky in terms of who I got for some opponents because I felt like I could talk to them and talk to them like, hey, how's it going? We had some banter. They understood, hey, we're just having fun. We're not trying to like scam anything. Just like, hey, we're just chilling, have a good time.
Yeah,
which I really appreciate that I got those opponents.
Yeah, and you know the round 5 team was a sweaty team, and not that a sweaty team is bad, but I know they're like they have like sponsor stuff to think about because Strictly Broken do sponsor players. And they were like a sweat team. I mean, it was Avatar, Overlord, and fucking Chainsaw Man. Like Chainsaw Man on C. Like that's like, oh, they want that slot to win hard. And then Sokka to just roll people, and Overlord to kind of just like knock people down. So you know, they had a good team comp, and it was a sweaty team, and that's okay. I'm okay for like sweaty teams because it is a tournament.
They were sweaty, but they weren't jerks about it, so like completely fine with it.
My opponent was really like, my opponent didn't talk too much, but he was very like respectful and stuff, and like I didn't feel too much pressure if like I was taking too, like I knew I took long taking some turns, but I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm taking so long. He's like, no, it's okay. Like he was very like nice and patient about the whole thing. He wasn't talkative, but he was definitely like very patient with me.
I think that me saying he was my least favorite opponent speaks more about how much I liked the other opponents than him being bad. Because I think he was my opponent in that round was very good. He was a very nice person. I think it just says more that everyone else I played was so nice.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Harry, didn't you say your opponent even was like, it's okay, I know you had a shit opener or something, which is why you were taking so long to make a move?
Yeah, because like I was in a very bad situation since the beginning of the game, and like he knew it too, because like I don't remember, like it was so bad, like my deck just completely bricked on me, and he knew when I was like, I'm really sorry. He's like, no, it's okay. I can tell you had a really bad early game. My deck was so bad that my opponents could tell. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they just understand that like things just brick, so it's like whatever.
I mean, his teammate played Overlord.
Yeah,
so he probably knows you know, how Overlord should be played and like what can happen if Overlord just does not work. And it was really funny too because when I mentioned that like Overlord doesn't normally play like the backups and stuff, like like I think he had the backup maybe because his teammate normally plays his teammate plays Overlord, so he probably expected it and stuff.
I mean, honestly, the only reason to play like a change kill is for Overlord. Overlord's mainly the matchup that needs change kill, to be honest. Or it's like change kill
Yeah.
or get fucked by the goat combo.
Yeah, and he had a teammate that played Overlord, so I'm guessing that's why it was there. Because as I said, Avatar doesn't normally play the early change backup.
Yeah. But after that, it was really funny. They were talking about the Guilty Gear deck, by the way, Astram, while you were still playing, the other two guys.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were like, yo, that guy's playing Kai Ram. And, you know, the Avatar guy was like, Kai Ram is like, what do you say? He said something like, it is harder to play than Baiken Ram, but it has a lower ceiling. And I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And goddamn, that you are sweat if you're talking about decks like that.
Yeah, dude.
That is a sweaty way of talking
Bro's
about a deck.
thinking so much, bro. I just put my favorite character in the deck, bro. I don't know why he's thinking so hard.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, high entry, low ceiling. I'm like, bro, are you talking about buildings? Like, what's going on here?
Is that the door? What are you talking about, bro?
I told him later that like the only reason I told him that like yeah he wouldn't play with us unless he had Kai as his climax combo. I told the Avatar guy afterwards.
Yeah. Stand by it.
Yeah, but
I
then
made the
he
right
was,
call. I like my deck.
But then you know what triggered me? He was like, you know, if I were to make Guilty Gear, I'd play Gold Lewis. And I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Nah, dude, base.
Oh my god.
Wait, that guy sounds so cool.
He's like, yeah, if I were to play Guilty Gear, I'd probably play the Gold Lewis build. And I'm like,
Yeah, wait, does that run the brainstorm?
No, oh shit,
Just
does it?
asking
No,
for a
fuck.
friend? Asking for a friend? Does it possible? Oh, you always play your favorites. Fuck the meta. You get it, bro. I wanted to play Kyle, so I played Kyle.
Yeah, and we
My
were like,
boy.
okay, I'll play Kyle, whatever. Like, it makes more sense.
It was the one caveat of me playing. Like, it's like how
Mhm.
Spider's caveat was they had to know he didn't know how to play the game before the weekend. Mine was I'm playing Kyle.
Yeah, and I never hated the option. I was always gonna be like, yeah, I'll just play Kyle. I don't care. Like, I wasn't gonna force you to play Baiken. I would have. It would have been shitty of me if I would be like, no, play Baiken.
Yeah, if you did, I wouldn't have been like offended, but obviously I'd have more fun playing Kyle. And I did. I love Kyle. He's a great guy.
You know what I was waiting for? I was waiting for you to win a certain game. I forget which one it was, but you were sitting to my right. You canceled on 3-6 3 times with Ride the Lightning. And I was like, oh my god, are you gonna cancel with the 4th Ride the Lightning? But then you ate shit and died. And I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for it, bro. 3 cancels
I was
with
sitting
Ride
there
the
like,
Lightning.
is in a dream? A dream? And then I died. It was so funny.
I forget which game
I know
it was,
the
but-
Jacko pose thing from Guilty Gear. Well, that's because Jacko is a character and she has an ass, and that's why she has that thing.
But yeah, I was like, I was sitting next to you. I was staring. I was like, yeah, you're 3-6, but who knows? Maybe you cancel. And fucking, it was the slime game.
I was slime.
Yeah, you
I
were
was
sitting
close,
to my right.
and then I
outside.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It's because fucking, what's his face? Oh my god, I forget the slime guy's name. I think it's like Bart or Barf. Whatever, the red hair guy.
Benny Maru.
Benny Maru, that's what it was.
Whatever the hell, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, he just pings and deals bullshit damage, and I'm like, oh my god, you canceled with 3 Ride the Lightnings. If the 4th attack also cancels with Ride the Lightning, you can win, and then you died.
I do have to say, I think I was basically out of climaxes in my deck.
Oh,
at that
you were?
point.
Bro, just
I think
see-
those were like the last 3, and I was like, it's over.
Just seeing Ride the Lightning cancel 3 times, I was like, bro, let's go.
If I canceled the 4th with it, I think it would have been the story for the ages.
That would have been great, and then you would have decked
Yeah.
out and lost, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, obviously. No, there was one game where I sat there. No, it was the last game where
Let's talk about last
no
round,
matter
yeah.
what happened, I was donezo. It was
Yeah.
on refresh, I died, so I died.
What was your last round? I forget.
I played against Ghetto Chainsaw Man.
Oh, right, you played Ghetto Chainsaw Man with the...
That one was so cool.
With the
that deck
Denjis.
was so much cooler.
What? Because it was interactive.
I even was talking to my opponent. I'm like, thank you. That deck was so cool. I ate shit that game, but like that was so much better.
What was the finisher? Do you remember? Was it power?
I don't know if I can remember.
Okay.
No. I don't think so.
It was probably Denji.
Probably
I think it was Denji. I do believe it was Denji.
I saw a shit ton of Denjis in the deck. And I'm like,
I
I don't even have
man.
one Denji in my deck.
I was like, man, this Chainsaw Man deck is so much cooler. And she's like, yeah, I'm not playing Aki. I'm like, yeah, fucking based.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, that's
Wait, hold on.
I also made a best friend for life that game, but it wasn't my opponent.
Oh,
God, the guy-
It wasn't my opponent.
The guy,
It was Namian's
the
opponent.
guy fucking, when we were leaving the venue, the guy fucking ran up to you to give you a high five. I'm like, I hate
Yeah,
this
it was
man.
fucking sick. I hope I see him again. That guy was awesome.
Oh my god. You guys bonded over Guilty Gear and League of Legends. So I was like, bro, just switch seats. Like, just.
it was.
He had all the right opinions. He was so based.
It was really
was
funny because you guys mentioned the switching, and then Ashton's opponent was like, "No, I don't want to fight Chainsaw Man."
Yeah, I mean that's
Mirror
fair.
match.
Oh my god.
That's fair for her sake. But that guy, bro, he was so based. That was so fun. That guy was such a homie.
I was so angry at that round the moment we started. Not because of you guys.
The level 3?
Yeah, fucking Data Live has a level 3 that counts as a 0, has 3 soul, and bounces back to hand so I can't interact with it. I'm like, this card is fake. It's not real. I've never seen a card like this in my life. I was
Bro
like,
was sitting there like, this is the counter to Chainsaw Man. And he was like, yeah, this goes even with Chainsaw. He legitimately said this deck goes even with Chainsaw Man. And I'm like, okay, dude, whatever you say, homie.
yeah, and then his finisher is also an Aki Icy Tail, and I'm just like, I hate this deck so much. He had 2 cards to Icy Tails, which is mill bottom deck. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You just built Ghetto Chainsaw Man.
He was cooking. I gotta give him, bro.
I've
even
never
though
seen
he
that
was
deck in
playing
my life.
Ghetto, I liked that guy.
I've
He was
never
sick.
seen those cards in my life, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? What am I being hit by? He apparently he said he had a round where he put 3 of those level 3s on the board, and his opponent called judge on him because he thought it was fake.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
he,
so
Oh, that's
funny.
too
he went
funny.
second because the
That's
only
so
requirement
funny.
to play
Oh my
that card
gosh.
is blue card in clock. So he clocked the blue and then played 3 of the level 3s on turn 1. I'm like, you're fucking smoking crack. Like, what?
I gotta be honest, that's a deck that I think is fucking hilarious. I think doing shit like that sounds so funny.
He swung at me and clicked 5 soul turn 1. I'm like, I'm dead. I can't do it. That was so crazy.
He was so based.
Yeah.
He was so based.
Oh, and one more thing that he told you about. He told you about 6 attack Kyle.
Yeah, dude, that's not. And what, you need 18 stock or something? 14 stock? you
Wait,
said?
what?
Yeah. So
That sounded so funny.
So there's a level 3 Kyle from the TD. I keep calling him Kyle now. There's a level 3 Kai from the TD
It
that
restands himself,
restands all by himself. But then he also has Guilty Gear also has the fucking the things in the level zone that act like Roman cancels that restand the card
Yes.
for you. So you can play 2 different ones of those. So you just Kyle restanding a million fucking times, and I'm just like, why would you ever do that, man? It's so terrifying.
That sounds so fun.
Shut up.
I think
That guy was so based. He gave me so much information. He was so cool.
Oh my god.
I think he's just really good at homebrews. From the
Yeah, no,
sounds
that's
of
not
it.
that's based. It's one of those things where like he was not my favorite opponent because I didn't play against him, but I think he's my favorite person I met at the tourney, other than like obviously all my friends from streaming, like you guys and Maz. I think he's the favorite rando I met
God.
by far.
Hmm.
And Perry, you basically had kind of a tutorial game with the last opponent.
I felt really bad because I felt like I was bullying her. But like a lot of so it started off really bad, and I felt bad. So how Weiss works is that if you go first, you're supposed to mulligan first, right? Because depending on what the matchup is, you can actually adjust your mulligan if you're going second.
You can mulligan more aggressively or less aggressively.
Yeah, depending on your match type. So the game started and she dropped her cards, even though she dropped her cards to mulligan, even though she was going second, right? I'm like, hold on. So I told her like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to mulligan first, and like I had, and like I felt really mean, but I was like, yeah, she's like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, no, I'm supposed to mulligan first because the card says I'm going first, and depending on the deck type, you can see what my hand, you can guess you can see what I'm playing and adjust accordingly. And I don't think she understood, but I felt like she probably thought I was picking on her, thinking that like, oh, you need to mulligan better or something because she dropped her hand first. And I felt really bad, but I wanted, I wanted her
Trying to
to
follow
like,
the rules, yeah. I get
yeah, and then later on, this rarely happens, and I didn't know this either until I played a judge during Free Fight. But her deck has cards that restand, and it rarely happens because most people don't leave their lanes empty. Against like a restander attacking into an empty lane isn't something that normally happens. But what happens is that the soul gets added to the character. So like a level 3 normally has 2 soul.
It's the total. It's like it goes to 3, and then on the next one it would go to 4.
Yeah, so every time she swung, her soul went up 1, and she didn't seem to know that because she's like, oh, I'm swinging for 5, and then she like restood, and like it's definitely not something most people know. It's not something that normally happens because people don't play restanders. But I felt really bad because I felt like I hope she didn't think I was picking on her. I just wanted the game to be played properly.
It's probably like how Astram felt when like Dennis was like schooling him the whole time.
Yeah. It's probably like I appreciate you for helping me. I do feel bad now.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for teaching me. Damn, do I feel like an idiot, but thank you for teaching me.
I think that's okay, to be honest. Like I'm okay. Like if they don't, at worst, they can just like not accept like the help, and that's fine, But I think it's okay. Just like teaching people how to play, because who knows, it might come up later for them and be like relevant. But it was also probably like last match of the day, they knew they weren't gonna top, and it was just like, yeah, I just want to hang out.
I did the mulligan stuff. There were instances where my opponent definitely didn't care about the mulligans, and then I was like, okay, then I don't care about the mulligans, whatever.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Like for mulligans, it's just like, sure, but when some people are like, hey, you're gonna basically, when some people keep their mulligan like hidden, and I'm like, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, then I just discard.
No, for me, the reason I brought it up specifically against her was because that was the first ever Licorice recoil like deck I ever fought. So I don't know if Licorice has like things to counter Overlord. Like if it was a Chainsaw Man deck, I don't think it would have mattered. But there are some, but you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
It's a matter of you were respecting the deck and the player, but it could have been interpreted in terms of like, oh, you're thinking you're judging my play rather than respecting my play. It's like, oh, I want you to make the good choice rather than you were saying I would like you to make good choices, not you're making a bad choice. And they might have heard it as you were making a bad choice instead of I would like you to make a good choice.
Yeah.
That choice might be exactly the same, but I just want you to make that choice.
Because if it was a Chainsaw Man that just like if she was playing Chainsaw Man and she just dropped her cards to mulligan even though she's going second, I would have no problem with it because Chainsaw Man is strong and like I know what they have already. But because it's Licorice recoil and I have no idea what that deck does, I don't know if that deck has a counter to my deck.
Nah, I'm sure if they were at a level where they were like, okay, I'm gonna prepare counters, they would have waited. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's true.
So you're being just extra careful in case there was a situation like that, but I don't think it was completely necessary.
As I said, it's like that you wanted them to.
Yeah.
You were completely within your right, and I'm sure they were like, yeah, okay, you're totally valid. It's just you thought that they might have interpreted it wrong, even though it's like, yeah, no, that's fine. That's just how card games work. Making sure to go through the rules is important. So like, how it goes.
As long as you know you were doing the right thing. As long as you know you were doing the right thing, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, you were playing the rules correctly, you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, our overall record was 2-4.
She was very nice.
Yeah. You rank 36. How was your first
Tied
tournament?
Namian's record, everyone. Around the record, everyone.
Shut the fuck up. How was your
Just gotta
first?
say-
How was your
Hey,
first tournament?
Bro, I
experience?
said I was gonna be nice for one tweet, and I was. Okay, yeah, my first tournament was great. I had a great time. That was super fucking fun.
Yeah.
It definitely makes me want to go to another one at some point. So that was super fun. I had a great time.
Yeah. Does this mean you
Genuinely.
would like to come to a BCS, or would you like to come to the next year's BSF?
Probably, almost definitely next year's BSF. The likelihood I go to a BCS is pretty high.
Oh, really?
That is what I will say. I think I absolutely want to go to another team event.
I think you want to go to a BCS because by the time BCS comes around, you can play Dayusha.
And bro, even if I don't like Dayusha, there's a million other things I can play, so I'll be fucking great.
Yeah. You
Wait,
can learn
Regardless,
Shadow
I'll
Verse.
have something. I mean, I'd probably play Vanguard because I have more experience playing Vanguard. I might
Yeah.
play if Weiss is available. I might play Weiss as well, but like I don't know if I'm gonna play Shadowverse. I don't know yet. I haven't played Shadowverse.
I think
in
it's
paid.
funnier if you play Vanguard because if you go to BCS Texas, you might get paired up against Conda. If
Yo,
you're
that would
playing
be the-
That's
Vanguard.
right.
Bro, that would be the funniest thing in the world. You're right. If I play against Conda, that guy's gonna know pain. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna bring up every Mahjong game I've ever played against him. I'm gonna banter with him nonstop, and he's like, "Can you shut the fuck up?" And I'm like, "But Conda, I'm a tier 3 sub," and he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna ride the grade 3, like how I'm a tier 3 sub, and he's like, bro, shut the
He's gonna
fuck.
actually say, "Please leave the venue," and I'm gonna go, "No, bro, I'm your tier 3." He's gonna kill me on the spot, and I think
God.
that sounds so funny. Also, Maz says I exceed your record because I played a casual game against him and won. So honestly, I guess I do beat it. Honestly,
Wow.
that's it. Sorry, Namian. Maz said it. It wasn't me this time.
Damn, I guess I'm the
I was
worst character on the team.
I was satisfied tying you, but I guess I was like, no. So just
You're right.
but yeah.
That's why you were team leader.
Yeah, that's why I was A slot everyone, because I got an extra game.
Astram even told your opponent to beat you up, I think.
No, because I
make the
was
score better.
I was
That
vibing
was
with the guy
right.
so
Oh my
much.
God.
I lost my game and then went, bro, please beat him. I want a tie record.
Yeah.
I was vibing with the guy so much. I didn't feel bad about saying anything to it because I feel like he was
Oh.
totally on my
I
wavelength.
was like, what the
It
fuck?
was so good. Bro, I'm sorry. I had to do what I had to do.
What a bitch.
I'm sorry, Namian. My bad, bro.
Oh, we didn't
My
talk
bad.
about Spider making the most money out of the group.
Oh yeah. So Spider's like round one. It was round one or round two. I forget
think.
exactly.
It was round 2.
He had got his promo for entering the thing. He goes to round 2. He like game happens, he loses. He's talking to his opponent, and his opponent's like, yeah, if you like got like this promo from playing, I'll buy it off you for like 20 something bucks. And Spider's like, oh yeah, fuck, I do have it. So he gives him like, guy literally gives him like 2 cards that are actually very good in Bavsargra, and then just Venmos him the rest of the money.
Yeah.
So Spider just made 25 bucks, which was fucking hype.
Yeah.
Oh, there was also that Spider was walking around for stuff, and he ended up getting 2 more of shiny weapons.
Round
for...
1. That was round 1, by the way.
Was that round 1?
Yeah, that's he just corrected me. He corrected me on the money
Twitch,
stuff.
yeah, I see
He
it.
corrected
Yeah,
me
yeah.
round 1.
Hmm.
That's crazy. I mean, I think Spider had the most profitable weekend.
He was gaming, bro.
And he's gonna lose
Bro
it.
was cooking.
He's gonna lose all of it because he's addicted to
He's gonna
Mahjong.
bling out Bavsargra, and he's gonna play a million games of Mahjong Soul because
yeah.
now he's playing it.
Yeah.
That said, hype as hell. I have more people to play Mahjong with now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about Mahjong on Saturday.
Yeah, let's talk about Saturday night. So we get back. We're like, oh, we have our dinner. We have dinner. We do the thing. We go to Cheesecake Factory, everyone. Not Hooters. Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah,
And
so
it was good.
Cheesecake
it was good.
Factory was fine. I'm just surprised at all the Chinese things on the menu.
Hmm.
I spilt water on my lap. That's all my Cheesecake Factory I have to talk about. It looked like I pissed myself for a solid
No,
30
it didn't
minutes.
look like you pissed yourself. You did piss yourself.
I didn't. I spilled water.
This man pissed himself.
I literally had the straw and I still tilted the glass and I'm like, I'm a fucking moron, and it just spilled in my lap. That's what happened. I had the straw in my mouth and I still tilted the glass. Like, yeah, I gotta tilt the glass, and it was just pouring on my lap. And I'm like, I'm an idiot.
You
I
turned
literally
into
just
a
sat
fucking
there. I'm
robot.
like, I am so stupid.
Okay.
I was just so tired, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was funny.
Oh yeah, I like how the other group like dropped after round 5 and took a fucking nap at the venue.
Oh yeah. To quote Spider, he says he thinks he had the 2 worst exchanges of the day and still had a great time. Yeah.
Aw, that's good.
Because Spider had the moment with his
judge.
opponent that was like, yeah, he had the judge, and then he had the moment with his opponent where his opponent was playing the deck entirely wrong and scammed him out of a win.
Oh, I see.
But it didn't matter overall. But he said, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But he should have won the game because his opponent was cheating. Basically, it wouldn't have mattered in terms of like the match, but he should have won.
It's okay.
Spider should have won the game.
Spider technically was like had 2 wins, right? Or 3 wins.
Yeah, no, that's
because
what he did.
had the no-show.
I give Spider 2 wins. He tied me on wins, bro.
No. He had the no-show also, which means 3 wins.
No, he had 2. Those
really?
That's counting the no-show.
Oh, okay.
The 2 is counting the
Okay,
no-show.
never mind. Okay.
Oh, that was funny too, though.
Yeah, the no-show.
The no-show, the guy was decking out.
Bro decking out in the bathroom. Yeah, so that was fun. Lunar won a game. Unfortunately, Mushi King didn't win a game, but he broke someone's mental, so I think he won.
Yeah.
Overall.
No, I think Mushi King was the most winning thing out of all of us, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. It was fun. I fist bumped the other Guilty Gear player. That was fun.
Oh yeah, the guy in the Eno jacket.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Guilty Gear, and he's like, Guilty Gear, repping my butt. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
so that was fun.
Like he wasn't one of our opponents, right? You just happened to see.
He was
diagonal.
He was the game next to us. So I was like, I looked at him, I saw his deck, and was like, Guilty Gear, and he's like, Guilty Gear, and we gave a fist bump. I'm like,
Nice.
I game recognized game, you know.
Yeah. I will say, I think one of our crew did play Guilty Gear.
Oh shit, that's sick.
Yeah, one of the crew in top 3 was Guilty Gear. I'm pretty sure.
That's hype.
Let me check that right now as we talk. As you talk about. Oh wait, no. Okay, this is what happened, right? After. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. It wasn't just the top 3 played Guilty Gear. The first place slot C was Guilty Gear.
That's so based.
They played
gamer. What was he playing?
They played Biken, Ramblefall.
Okay, Biken. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. But
Yeah.
based.
Yeah,
we
it
love
was
to see that.
Chainsaw Man in A, Hololive Gura in B, and Guilty Gear on C.
Wait, we didn't find any Hololive, did we?
I did. Round 2.
Oh.
I won that game.
I'm guessing you don't know who it was.
No,
It was Indagura.
yeah, it was Gura.
It was Goro? Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
it was
scammed
Dennis.
him. I stuck him with 5 at the end. He didn't get a chance.
Mm.
Yeah.
I scammed him at the end. It was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I stuck the 5 and it was over. Oh shit, Hero with the resub. Thank you. That's so many emotes.
Heroes based.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So many emotes. How you doing? Hope your day is going well. Thank you.
Wait, sorry. I just looked at the Spy Family deck that beat you. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, he said he was running whatever the fuck he wanted.
I know.
Based, bro.
I'm looking at
again,
it.
favorite opponent. He was so cool.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, that one I did have a really rough draw. I had a really rough draw. Have a wonderful collaboration. I will, Hiro. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
That was cool.
I mean, even if you had a rough draw, it doesn't change the fact that he came in second.
No,
That means
he's
the
a
rest of his
gamer.
day went well.
No, I know. He was sick. Again, my favorite opponent. I had a rough draw, which is like rough for me, but he was my favorite opponent. I cannot say more positive things about that man.
Yeah.
On God, I'm not joking. I cannot say more positive things. He was so cool.
So after,
Again,
go on.
The only way I would have had a different favorite opponent is if the guy you played against last round was my opponent.
Oh my god.
Only way. That's because I feel like I connected with that man.
God, you're gonna see him again in New York. He's gonna remember you.
if I see him again, I am going to fist bump the fuck out. I'm gonna be like, "You're my boy. High five, dude."
Wait,
so
you did
hyped.
tell him you played Tekken with keyboard though.
Yeah, I told him I played on a hitbox because it was funny. I said hitbox. You said keyboard. I said hitbox.
No, I said
They are,
keyboard
they
because it was
are
funny.
different. They are different.
I think keyboard's funnier. And his face was like, bro, what?
He's like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm just playing on
this
pad
guy's
for
a
Guilty Gear
demon.
though, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, my death fists are crazy though.
But yeah, after Cheesecake Factory, we all like went back to our respective rooms for a bit. I think half of yours crew like died.
Rumumu actually died.
Oh yeah.
Trumumu
He was dead for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Lunar pretended he wasn't dead. He looked at me and was like, "No, I wasn't asleep." I'm like, "Bro, your phone fell out of your hand. You snored a little bit.
Yeah.
You were asleep."
Yeah. And Spider was like taking a shower or something.
I took a shower and I was just lying on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. And then so
Lunar, you literally, your phone fell out of your hands and you were. I heard you snore a little bit. You were legit sleeping. Maybe at the end we're like, no, I was vibing. No, I looked at you multiple times. You were asleep.
yeah, it's like Perry when she doesn't believe she's asleep. I'm like, no, you fell asleep.
Lunar, I have lived with you for how many years? I can tell when you're asleep.
But I love that. Like we all just went back to our own rooms for a bit. I was chilling, and then I was playing around with the Shadowverse X, and then I was like, wait.
Looking up stuff.
Yeah, and Perry was looking up stuff, and then she's like, "Hey, did you play these in your Uma Musume deck?" I'm like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Yeah, they're banned." I'm like, "Ah, fuck."
Limited.
Limited. If you didn't know the context for that, Astram, that's why I suddenly needed to build.
Yeah, why
a
you
new
needed
deck.
the research, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
so he was like, I need to do all this, and I'm like, you can just use my computer, right? Like, you can use Excel on my computer, because I brought a laptop with me.
yeah.
So he fucking comes over to our place. Namian then goes to my laptop. He's just sitting there, beep boop pop beep beep beep. Boop. Me, Perry, Lunar, and Spider all like, okay, mahjong time, and then we play mahjong. And then Namian ADHD brain doesn't fucking finish his deck for like another 2 hours because he's going, oh mahjong, ooh, oh.
Listen.
Lunar's hand.
Listen.
Every
Hold on.
2 seconds.
I had
Lunar's hands were stupid, bro.
Lunar's hands were insane. I kept sending you pictures, but
I know they were stupid.
I had to help set up at least the first round so people knew what was going on. I had to help.
Okay,
Lunar and
that does
Spider.
not defend you against you doing it every 2 seconds. Every like 30 seconds, you turn around and join in again.
Everyone kept telling
Like,
me
I
to
agree.
look at their shit.
You setting up was important, but you doing it every 30 seconds does not defend it. That does not defend against that.
All right, whatever.
No, it's fine. It was fun. I had a great time.
I think it was.
I'm
funny.
just saying, you came here to do that, and then you just got ADHD to mahjong, which is hype. It was a great time.
How can I ignore 4 people having fun behind me and I'm looking at stupid forest crap decks? Okay.
With the worst trackpad in history.
Dude, my finger hurt trying to use your trackpad. Okay.
For the record, chat, my laptop's trackpad is broken, so you have to tap and you can't actually press it, and it's so funny.
My finger hurts so much
So funny.
trying to use your stupid ass trackpad. You know how hard it is for me to do like fucking sum all without dragging?
No, you can. It's just stupid.
It's
you have
so
to know
hard.
the inputs.
No, it's
so
okay.
dumb.
Your Excel had some autocompletes. So I was,
Yeah.
So it worked. But
It was
like,
just Google Sheets. I just put you on Google Sheets and like, all right, good luck.
oh, no wonder Google Sheets. I hate Google Sheets compared to Excel. That's fine.
Yeah, because I don't have Excel, so I just want Google Sheets. Here you go, do your thing.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
most of the key functions you need, so good luck.
Yeah, the only times you were like, bro, stop, was when I was like, I can start YouTubing random shit on your computer.
I was like, no, you don't do that on my computer. Not on my computer.
I can go to weird websites.
I can go to Pornhub.
I never said Pornhub, did I?
Quote Namian. But we played a lot of mahjong. That was fun. Lunar got god draws.
Okay, and
Which was funny.
okay, so like after I finally completed, I wandered over. We played a few hands. Well, okay. while I was ADHDing the fucking decks, fucking Trumumu woke up and was like,
Yeah.
"You guys are
Yeah,
playing
he
mahjong
did.
without
And he
me.
just walked. I was like, what the hell?
You guys are playing mahjong without me." So the man ate a Twinkie and then took over one of the chairs.
Yeah, I got up and let him play.
Yeah. But then
That was fun.
every single hand from Trumumu gave me glaucoma. Like,
Yeah, he just never organizes his tile, and then he fished for all green every hand when you weren't around.
no. But
Is all the man did.
but while I was playing, his whole hand was his whole discard pile was bamboo.
No, that's because he learned his lesson on that one, and then only went for all green for the rest of the weekend.
Oh.
So when I was the one in front of him, when I was dealing into him, I basically went, "Okay, I'm never discarding a bamboo tile. Eat shit, dude." I literally refuse.
Oh man, my favorite thing was Sunday morning. I wake up from a message from like 6 hours ago, and I don't see the picture yet. It's just like the notification on the phone, and it's Spider saying, "Bro, I'm sweating my balls off." I'm like, what could be the context? What could be the context for Spider messaging me at like 3 a.m.?
Him with 12 orphans.
Yeah, I'm like, what could be the context of Spider talking about his balls at 3 a.m. to me? And I open the picture and it's 13 orphans. I'm like, you.
He's at 12 orphans and he's waiting. The moment that Trumumu discarded the last one that he needed, Spider literally fell on the ground. he went fetal position. It was so funny. He was like, I give up.
Did you guys know he was building 13, or did you guys
No.
suspect?
No, I wasn't even.
No?
Bro, we had been joking about going for 13 all night. No, it was like whatever. But it was so funny. He went catatonic. It was so funny.
I think and then, that's when he's like, I completely understand the rush now. I'm pretty sure the adrenaline was going through him, and the moment the last card was played, he just lost all of it. He just fucking collapsed.
Yeah.
It's like a dying star. You just implode upon yourself.
It was rough for him. He just died. It was so sad.
Yeah, but
So funny.
It just feels like, and after like we were playing tournament on Sunday, but you guys just kept messaging me about mahjong, and that's when I knew you guys were fucking addicted to mahjong.
No, so on Sunday what we did is we
our
up.
group split up. Yeah, like me, Perry,
Yeah.
and my friend went back to the venue to play Shadowverse on day 2, and then your group slept in and like just chilled.
I woke up at 6, went, damn, this is a little too early for me to wake up, went back to bed and woke up at 11.
Okay, and by
Which
then
was
we were in
great.
like round 1, round 2.
Yeah, I was like, and I'm like, God, that sleep was so perfect. I loved it. I was like, damn, I needed that. And then I look at my phone and I see both you and Spider basically going like, Namian and Spider both going like, hey, breakfast at this time if you're up and want to join. I'm just like, bro, I was asleep. That was really funny to see. But after that, we all woke up, we got ready, we went out for breakfast at 12 o'clock. We got breakfast
At the pancake house.
like the pancake house. Yeah. Then we came back, we were just vibing, and then we played a couple games of mahjong.
No. Before that, you were like, my commander got milled and I can't play. I'm depressed on the floor.
No, okay, so that was after everything. Actually, I'm pretty sure
That was after.
that was after dinner. When we
okay.
played Commander was after dinner.
Oh, okay. I got my timeline mixed up. Okay.
Yeah. We played a couple games of mahjong, then talked to we were trying to figure out what we were doing for the rest of the day, and then like talking to you about stuff about like what was the plan for dinner.
Okay.
The Commander stuff was after dinner.
Got it.
That was depressing.
Okay.
I was depressed.
That's funny. And then
My
after that, you
win
guys
was-
played even more mahjong.
Yeah, for the record, Lunar was the one that was like, "Yo, what if we played mahjong after this?" I'm like, "Okay, seriously?" And then we played mahjong for like.
I think it's really
4
funny
hours.
that like your whole group went from I don't understand mahjong whenever Astram plays, so I'm just gonna shit post, to now everybody wanting to play mahjong.
Bro, Spider did his dailies already, bro. I'm not even joking. He's already done his dailies. He told me. He
Goddamn.
messaged me about his dailies. He got absolutely smoked in a game.
Oh my god. I just think it's really funny that your whole group now is, and I'm pretty sure now Solar is gonna learn, and whoever else is just gonna learn Mahjong, and you guys are gonna play Vanguard on the side while whoever takes a 20-minute magic turn.
It's gonna be. We're gonna have the time of our lives over at our place.
You guys are just gonna be non-stop gamers.
I cannot wait to bring the Mahjong set to to Spider's apartment and then play Mahjong at their apartment. I have to now bring that with me when I bring all my D&D stuff for when we play session at their place, so I can bring the set.
I mean, thankfully it's just in a suitcase and a mat carrying bag.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be easy as hell.
Yeah.
I just have to bring it.
Yeah.
Like I just have to now.
Yeah, because it's just become part of the daily now.
It has. It's like we're a squad. We play Mahjong sometimes, you know?
That's so funny to me.
It's more funny to me because it literally, coming into this weekend, I was like, yes, I hope you guys learn how to play Mahjong, because I knew we were going to play Mahjong at least once this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm. And it became like 4 or 5 times.
I was like, yeah, guys, I hope you guys try to learn how to play. I think it would be really fun. And Spider was like, you already got me learning one card game. I'm not going to learn another. And then he's sitting here playing fucking Mahjong Soul doing his dailies. And I'm like, this is the best timeline.
It's true. I love the reluctance from Spider that I was like, nah, I'm not gonna learn. And then he's like, okay.
He's like, okay, so I already got a character. I'm doing my dailies.
My man wailed.
I think playing Chinese Mahjong makes things a lot easier instead of going straight into Riichi Mahjong, because like there's none of the ones and nines stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Spider even said, like, he's like, oh my god, I see how much different it is. Also, Spider just chimed in and said, when Astram said you guys were bringing a Mahjong set, I legit said I didn't want to play.
You know what? I don't blame him, because
yeah, I don't blame him either. Like,
it looks
he said he didn't want to play, and I wasn't gonna make him.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna make him play. There was no like, oh no, but you got to. I was like, I hope you do, but if you don't, it's okay.
It looks very intimidating.
We have
as
enough
a spectator.
for a game.
Yeah.
We would have enough for a game with me, you, Trumumu, us 3 and Trumumu. Sorry.
Yeah. But like, it's just
we'd
like
have
when
enough for a game.
It's just like when I first introduced it to Perry, and like once you understand what's going on, it's not intimidating at all, and then it just becomes addiction.
Yeah, no, it was super fun.
I think it's much easier to learn with the physical set than with like digital, because like you actually see the tiles and things actually make more sense instead of it just odd, because you don't see like the whole drawing and skipping thing. And I was really confused about that when I first started playing.
My main issues when I started playing with only Mahjong Soul was a lot of the random, like, no Yaku confused me until I died 700 times. I was sitting there like, how the fuck is this not working? Everything adds up, and I'm like, oh, I'm just an idiot, I guess. But now I'm like, obviously I get it. So then playing Chinese Mahjong, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, this is fine.
Yeah, I see Spider saying they're glad they learned physical first, and I think learning physical first it's like you and White Shorts, right? You learned on the sim instead of playing in person, and you're like, man, this game is fucking weird. This game sucks.
Yeah, it is one of those things where I feel like you get the core down way easier physical first, and then like I do think personally, this is a personal take. I'm more experienced with Riichi Mahjong, so I'm more biased to it, but. I feel like if I started with Chinese Mahjong before Riichi Mahjong, I feel like it would have been way easier for me.
The transition would have definitely been way easier, yeah.
It would have been way easier, because I feel like Riichi, I was so confused being like, what the hell? But I'm like, oh, I'm more used to it now, and I like the game, I think, more than Chinese Mahjong. But if I played Chinese Mahjong before, I'd be like, oh my god, I actually understand Riichi now. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Instead of having to struggle for like 10 years to try to figure it out.
I think another struggle is just like, for Mahjong Soul, is that the deck isn't on the screen, so you don't see like what's actually happening. You just know you're drawing a tile from some phantom
It's like,
pile.
oh, I get tile. Where is tile? Okay, it's just number goes down. It's like, oh, it's like a timer, bro.
Yeah. But you see it physically, and you're just like, oh, that's kind of
like
neat.
just like drawing from the deck, you know?
Yeah. And then it's just like all the little strategy, all the little micro decisions you make. I compared it to team fight tactics, and everyone told me to shut up. Like,
damn straight, bro.
I compared it to gotcha.
Now you're speaking my group's language.
When you look at someone's pawn tiles and you're like, whoa, they got 3 Garens already? Fuck, I can't get Garen.
Nah, there was one game that we played and Lunar was like, bro, where's the last tile? And he just wasn't looking at other things that were pawned and cheat, and he's like, oh. He's like, oh, I see now.
I wish the tile highlighted when I was hovering it in my hand.
Yeah, bro, I made that joke so many times. We also came up with a bunch of names for different tiles. That was
what
stupidity.
The piss tile.
Bro, icebox, okay? You don't talk about icebox like that, okay? You don't get it. It was the most overused joke of the entire weekend, but you don't talk about icebox like that, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm glad you guys just fell into mahjong. I think it was really funny. They are dangerous on icebox. Oh my god.
They're dangerous on icebox, bro.
It's so stupid now that I know what that means.
I do think it would have been fun to have you guys around for day 2, but I think like most people, I think most of you guys just died afterwards and didn't want to do deck lists for day 2.
Yeah, I think going to day 2 would have been cool. I think we made the right call just for like our group just being like, yeah, let's do some chilling and like, hey, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do our thing as a group of friends. Rather than like have like an organized event for us, we're just gonna we're gonna chill, we're gonna do our thing, we're gonna go out a little bit, have fun. Yeah.
No, I think
it was probably
made the most sense for you guys to have stayed in. That was my suggestion. And like Saturday night, I was like,
yeah,
rather than like try to randomly learn a new game, go there and just like be like face Bushiroad shit again.
We were very much just like,
we'll catch up with you later. Yeah, just because we're attending the same just because we're attending the same event doesn't mean we need to stick to each other all the time. Like, we are 2 separate groups. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was a good decision overall.
I hope Shadowverse went well. I still haven't heard too much about Shadowverse.
Oh, you know what was funny? When I was reviewing the stuff and making the graphic like yesterday or whatever, I was like, wait, we got rank 38 on both days. I mean 36 on both days. That's fucking weird. What a coincidence.
Bro, crazy.
I know. No, Shadowverse was good. Perry learned a lot. Right, you weren't there, but after we left your room, I put my Shadowverse deck together, and then like how we played that one last game with you, and we figured a ton of shit out. We played one last game with Perry, and then we figured a lot of stuff out, and then I called Silk Road owner over from the 4th floor up. I was like, can you just come up here for 10 minutes to validate what we're doing? And he validated it. And it was good to know that we were doing it right. And that and you know how the deck works now, right, Astram? We told you.
Yeah,
the fact that like we just read that and we're like, oh, last minute testing's good. We figure out how the deck truly works.
Learning is pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go into like too much detail, but I think Perry had some great mirror matches that were so funny.
I ended up, as I was telling you guys, like during like dinner or whatever, all the meta decks were in slot B, so I had to deal with them.
Oof.
Oh yeah, right.
That's rough.
So that also means my planning is correct. That like I had the right idea. We just didn't execute to it because we had the same compositions basically that top games were. So that's good. Even though my friend was like, nah, that stuff doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I don't care about that stuff. And I'm like, but I'm literally right. And he's like, nah, it doesn't make sense. Oh, what? Okay, after you go, I want to talk about something, Perry. After you go first.
Oh, like about like my matches and stuff?
Yeah, about how like your opponent was like, uh-oh, I never faced a Haven mirror before. And then okay, so just I can go over it, but it's basically there's a card called Tin Soldier in her Haven Craft deck for Shadowverse that says you can put a Fable counter on it, and you can put infinite counters on it or whatever, and it can deal 2 damage directly to the opponent's leader. And basically the game plan is to load as many tokens onto that card and then just summon it and just shoot the leader for like lethal. And the opponent was also playing that, but he's like, I've never played the mirror before. This will be interesting. And then I, like mid-game, I hear him go, oh, so this is what it feels like. And I look over.
Yeah.
I look over to her field, and it's a tin soldier with like 6 tokens on it. I'm like, oh my fuck.
Oh, it's also funny because there is a card that stops it, and he took it out of his deck.
Yeah, there's a neutral card that is like one of like 2 or 3 cards that can touch cards in the EX area, which is like where the tin soldier was safely hiding. And he's like, I just took it out this morning. I'm like, you're so sad, bro.
That's such an L moment. She's like, it's Jover, bro. It's Jover.
My tech for the mirror match, I took out. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I ended up fighting 2 mirror matches and 2 forests, so it's based. I ended up fighting
all the
2
S
and 2
tiers
of the meta.
Yeah,
all the S tiers. And it was fun because my opponent during the second Fable deck, the second Havencraft deck I fought, he was the same thing. He's like, yeah, I've never really had a mirror match before because there's no one else in my group that plays it because every group only has like one Haven deck apparently. Yeah, so it was really fun. And then we just dropped afterwards because I really started enjoying my deck. I'm like, I need to get these foil.
Oh yeah. So we didn't pop. Oh yeah. So the promo packs that like Spider got for Vanguard, we had Shadowverse promo packs, and it was like a 1 in 7 chance to hit the cards she wanted. So we didn't hit any. And then we did free fight for Shadowverse promos. I think we hit 2, right, Perry?
I think we hit 2.
We hit 2 off of promo packs. George ended up trading for 1, and then on the 3rd promo pack, you popped Explosion, which is $100 promo right now.
I wasn't paying attention because we were chatting with Fuzzy.
Yeah, Fuzzy's mad chill, by the way.
We were talking to Fuzzy about how he was like the scary the scary double Genesis Dragon player running around that day.
Yeah, I said his team was the most toxic team now on the fucking planet because what's it called? Astram Genesis Dragon is a 10-12 with Storm, and he played 2 of them in his deck when people normally play 1.
Storm being I think haste
Storm
is what they call it.
Yes,
Yeah. So what he did to his opponent was he played 1, they got rid of it, and then he's like, okay, and he top deck a second one. I'm like, you're an asshole.
Do you have the answer to the second one?
Yeah. He's like, why the fuck are you playing 2?
I say this all the time. It's one of my favorite phrases in Magic, where it's called cowboy magic, where it's make them have the answer, and that's what he's doing. He's like, I'm gonna make them have the answer to the second one, bro.
Yeah, his teammate was also ultra toxic because they played Chimera, which is a high drop from Runecraft, and they played 1 Chimera, and then they got rid of it, and then they top decked the second Chimera, they got rid of it, and they played the 3rd Chimera, and they're like, all right, fuck you.
We were chatting about Shadowverse and stuff, and that's when I popped the explosion, like not paying attention.
Oh yeah, she fucking screamed. Explosion is apparently now $50, so are you gonna get 3 copies?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not gonna foil my shit because I'm gonna be changing my stuff a lot. Man, fucking no one's letting me play Sword. Not fair. If you were on our team, you would have played Sword. If fucking...
I would have.
Yeah. You would have let me play.
No,
Sword.
I wasn't. I was big chilling, bro.
Yeah. All good.
Instead, I was eating pancakes, playing mahjong, bro.
Oh, God, wish that were me.
I had a great Sunday.
You had a great Sunday. Your Sunday sounded amazing.
My Sunday was amazing until 1 game of Commander. The second game of Commander was sick, and then it was sick for the rest of the night. 1 game of Commander was not good.
What did you think of my friend? I know you like barely saw him.
Yeah, we had this talk where I was like, we talked about it a little, where it was like, you know, he was a bit quiet, but like he seemed like he was a chill guy. He seemed like he was just vibing around, you know.
Yeah. When I went to the bathroom, what's it called? Yeah, when I went to the bathroom, I saw that he just like went over to say hey. I think he went. Did he thank like Trumumu or something, or what's that?
No, I think he just kind of went over and was. I think he came from the bathroom and just kind of chilled there and was like, we kind of. There was a couple comments was like, hey, always, and he was like, yeah, chill. That was good banter, general banter, but like nothing specific commented on. He seemed like a cool guy. He seemed funny. His banter was funny.
Yeah,
He can banter, so there's that.
Yeah, I just love recalling stories from BCS, and that was like low-key me trying to convince you that like BCS is just funny shit. It's just BCS is just gonna BSF more of the same and more funny shit because it's singles.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. As I said, the likelihood I go to BCS is very high.
Yeah, you know,
it's like just like timing.
You can't wait
making
to,
sure that I do everything correctly.
You can't wait to also go to the bathroom to deck out.
Bro, I'm a deck out every.
Why did we bring up the fact that you were eating with forks and we were forking soup again? What caused that?
I think it was you're talking about.
Oh, it was
traveling
about
around.
yeah, and I think it was like getting like there was not enough like menus and stuff, so it was like we were talking about not enough stuff at a restaurant, and then it was like I didn't have a spoon, used a fork.
Yeah.
I think that was what it was like. We didn't have enough menus or like something like that wasn't adding up at the restaurant.
Oh yeah, like True Mumu only had the dinner specials.
It was the diner specials.
Diner specials.
Dinner
that was serving dinner. That's right.
He had 7 of them. He didn't have a menu though. Oh, that was so funny.
And
dinner was good.
It was a lot of food.
It was.
I finished my grilled cheese in record speed, according to Namian.
Yeah, I saw like a glimpse of it, and then it was gone.
It was a grilled cheese sandwich. I ate it.
I guess.
What else do I put here? It was a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like I feel like anyone who's been to like classic, like kind of like American diner grilled cheese sandwich knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was literally just like a Fuddruckers grilled cheese sandwich. If anyone's had one of those, it tasted like exactly the same. They're good.
We had a whole Sierra Mist debate.
Yeah, about if it was starry or something, or like how it got like canceled and stuff. Yeah. That was weird.
That was a conversation.
We did the photo that we posted on Twitter, the VTuber thing.
We were having issues with our phone.
Yeah, no, I did the homework
God.
I did the homework on the bus to school.
Yeah, you were Googling how to do it and downloading the file from your Google Drive to get it on your
the
phone.
best part is when I brought up the YouTube video and it started playing a Honkai Red at the top volume. So I was like, SAS per Kippy. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? At the dinner table. That was so funny.
You were that guy at the table watching TikToks.
No, I wasn't watching TikTok. I was trying to do this for other people. This was not for me.
Ashton watching gotcha TikToks at the table. How dare you?
I got a Honkai ad before I got a 2-minute video about how to import your VTube model on iOS.
At least you didn't get Bang Dream Girls Band Party in Weishwartz.
Bro, Batman Ninja.
Oh my god. Girls Band Party.
I wonder what the other diners were thinking when we were all just like Astram was trying to get his face on his phone.
Me sitting there like this, arm out, just like. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
I look like an idiot. It was so funny.
If the restaurant ever looked at their recording, it's like, what are these 3 dumbasses looking at their phone for?
What the shit are these people doing? Why is that guy getting up and looking like a moron?
What? Oh yeah. And the fact that your phone tracked your hair or some shit.
God, it was so annoying.
Does Astram know what our Shadowverse team name was?
No, I don't.
Oh, I went with the classic 2 VTubers and a monkey. And then
thank God it wasn't my link. Thank you.
No. And then oh yeah, fuck you guys for putting
guys, my deck name was twitch.tv/Namian_. Just by the way, everyone.
And then
our team name was Why You Bald.
And then
Why You Bald in caps.
God. Anyway,
it's me connecting with my
wait,
with
who's the monkey? No.
Round
That's what someone finally in our last round of Shadowverse, someone was like, so who's the VTubers and who's the monkey?
Yeah, our round 4 opponents asked us who were the VTubers and who was the monkey.
Good question. It's a good question.
That was good. Someone actually asked them. I was like, yeah. A lot of people day one was like, "Why is your team? Why you bald?" I'm like,
It was so funny. It was like, why you what? It was so good. I think we got the reaction we wanted, so I think it was a W.
it's funny because there was a bald guy next to me that was like that was looking at I think Maz's hair and was like, "Is that real?" And Maz was like, "Yeah, what? You think it's a wig?" And the guy's like, "No, I'm just jealous." I'm like, "Oh, dude, no, you don't have to out yourself like that."
Bro, Maz had good hair. Not to out him, he had good hair, bro.
Maz has good hair, bro. But
Like, on God, Maz, if you're still here, bro, your hair was sick.
I just love that a bald guy was like, "No, I'm just jealous." I'm like, "No."
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd understand.
I'm like, "Bro, just be proud of your bald head. You got super
and
armor."
In the air, specifically,
Yeah.
according to Trumumu.
Yeah.
And I found out I never talked with Maz before because I'm usually just lurking in chat, but I've seen his name. I was like, "Yeah, hi Maz," and I was like, "Who? I don't think I've met you before."
Wait, Astram. I don't remember the context, but remember when the Maz was gonna be the Miz?
Yes.
I forget the context, but we were like, "Yo, imagine it's the Miz."
I don't even remember the context. I just remember going, yo, it's the Miz.
Miz.
That's all I remember.
Oh my god. There was a lot of dumb shit this weekend that we probably just forgot to talk about.
Yeah, no, I feel like there were so many just offhand. There were so many good jokes that we had that we didn't say.
So much stuff.
It was. Bro, Spider at the very end when we were leaving, Spider and then immediately going to my Discord and going, "I just got spun around like a princess."
Oh, yeah.
You're all jealous.
Yeah.
That was good. That one was good.
That was good. Oh no, us just randomly getting red weapons for Spider, and he's just like, "I need to bling my deck now because it doesn't
He's
look
like,
right."
"I'm blinged as hell now." Oh, yeah, he's gonna. I was sending him Vanguard cards today, and he's like, "Wait, these kind of sick though."
How much is
Well,
Red
that's
Bob
it.
Sagra?
Oh, I think the main one's like, I think he said it was 80. I could be 100% wrong. I think he said it was 80. I might just not have him. I haven't looked it up myself.
Oh,
I
I've
mean,
been
he
saying
has-
the name wrong. It's Bob Saga. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
a
it's
thousand.
Bob
It's
Saga.
just $1,000. It's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
things are gonna get rotated by the time BCS comes around.
No, it won't. Bob Saga. It's a fucking trial deck thing. I don't think they'll ban Bob Saga of all things.
Oh no, I mean like certain the meta is gonna change and stuff.
Oh, that's not gonna stop him.
Well, Lunar wants to play meta, right?
Yeah, it's gonna stop. It's not gonna stop Mr. Bav Sargra though.
Mm.
It might stop one of them. It won't stop. Won't stop the other.
It won't stop Mushi King. That's the most important part.
Bro, he keeps saying he's just gonna rock Mushi King. We had this entire discussion. He's like, "I think I'm committed to the Mushi King bit at this point." And I'm like, "Bro, really?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I mean, it's not like Stoichea won't stop getting support.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine, but I just think it's so funny.
Wait, when you guys got home, did you guys find all the cards that were late in the mail?
Oh, I don't know. Did you guys get cards late in the mail? I think Lunar got the last one that he cared about in the mail. I don't know about the rest. Did the rest of yours come in, Spider? I honestly don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't order
What
any
a
cards
bad
for
friend.
this. What, you think I care about their random Vanguard cards, bro? I didn't even play it. I haven't yet, but they're still
Dude, I got my
way.
Shadowverse dice.
Yeah, I didn't even play Vanguard. I don't have to ask any questions about it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Next BCS, order everything way ahead of time so they get their.
Bro, I'm gonna
instead of
order
purchasing-
Dayusha when it comes out. Can't stop me.
Dayush.
Dayusha, and then I'm gonna lose every game, and it's gonna be a
Wouldn't it be-
worthwhile trip to Texas.
No, I just
It would be
can't
funny,
wait for
though.
you to top 8, and you're like, how did I get here? Namian,
Hey, bro,
help.
I feel I'm gonna have the biggest imposter syndrome if I ever do well in a tournament. I'm gonna sit there like, everything's fine. Where the fuck am I?
Namian, help. I'm gonna get deck checked. What do I do?
I'm gonna,
Wait.
dude. I'm gonna sit there like, what the fuck, bro?
I'm gonna get
Top
deck
8,
checked.
your
help
photo
me.
gets taken, Astram.
Nah, I don't care, bro. People can see me. It's fine.
Hmm.
I feel like I've come close to doxing myself like tricks before, so.
Wait, what? You mean you're not gonna have a live stream in your car?
No, I mean like the camera on my like when I do my Gundam streams and the camera's shaking, it's about to see my face.
Oh, word.
I'm just like "Ugh," every time.
They're gonna be like, I wonder which one's Astram, and it's the guy in a suit and a tie, and you're like,
Bro, I feel like that's my gimmick at this point. I feel like I have to wear a tie.
Dude, you're gonna go to
now.
Texas. It's like 100 degrees. You're gonna be in the.
Oh,
I ain't wearing the
do
vest.
that.
I ain't wearing the vest that day. I'll wear the tie. I ain't wearing the vest.
No, you know how we confuse people? We both top 8 at one event, but you're wearing the Namian shirt and I'm not wearing the Namian shirt.
No. Okay, hear me out. I'm wearing the Namian shirt, but I have a tie on.
They're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? And it's Trix. It's Conda, actually.
Bro, me and Konda both top 8 and we're both wearing Namian merch. Ooh, who is it? Which man's is it?
We all wear Bakugo shirts. It's very confusing.
Oh shit, bro. The peak top 8, it's the full it's like the full VTuber squad top 8. That would be so funny.
That'd be great. VTuber top 8, but which one topped what? It's over.
VTuber top 8, but no one knows who's who because we're all VTubers, and everyone's like, I think it's this one.
No, I still remember like talking about how I top 8 in Cali, and there was a bald Asian guy, and they were like, Yo, Trix shows up when we're talking about Trix.
Shows
oh,
up
shit.
and he's just like, bro, don't say a slur challenge, and you lost multiple times. What the fuck do you mean, bro?
That's gonna be Trix's deck name. Don't say a slur.
I swear to God, Trix and Duluth just be like, don't say a slur
We
challenge.
should all
And
go
then-
to, we should all go to Duluth to try to find Trix.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Trix. Come.
That one's more reasonable for me, to be honest.
Duluth
very
is
reasonable.
the same weekend.
Duluth is very close.
Specifically, it's also reasonable for this guy named Tremumu.
Mm.
Come on, Trix. We're all gonna
So-
come to Duluth Regional in the fall. You should come out.
Yeah,
We can
Trix,
go to
wouldn't it be
Hooters.
Cool? I never agreed to this.
No. If we go and Trix shows up, you have to go to Hooters. It's an obligation.
Can I wait in the parking lot?
We can bring them out to you, I guess.
No, I don't want that.
You-
I just want to be in the. Ah!
You wanna be like Sonic? They come out on roller skates.
I just. That sounds funnier, to be honest, but I still don't want that.
They're gonna say it's your birthday.
I am now terrified.
It's
that we
actually a
drove
1 hour
fucking-
drive. Ashram drove 3
Rix,
hours to
I
get to
drove
New York.
4 hours to New York,
Mhm.
bro. Calm down.
Yeah, Silkro's talking about
ass there.
Silkro's talking about a drive through Hooters. Let's do it.
Wait, they exist?
No, we have to run our car
No.
through Hooters.
I'm thinking. Okay, but you're a whore, or a, what do you say? Who are looks like whore, and then
And
white.
then he typed
What
white.
the fuck, Trix?
Yo, Trix failed the don't say a slur challenge. It's over.
Trix, bro, you're out here, man. White whore gets blocked for race and ethnicity. Bro, Trix. Yo, what's up, Ankro? How you doing, man? Oh, you've come at a strange time where Trix is calling me a whore and white. That said, I am white, but he's calling me a whore, something I am not. Yeah, 4 hours. I drove 4 hours for that shit, bro. And more ass emotes. Ankro, calm down, bro.
Yo, ass emotes?
Yeah, so I Duluth is like actually one that I'd consider going to, specifically because it is easier for Tremumu and there. Okay, well, at least y'all got top 32. We didn't.
We didn't. It was top 36.
We didn't get top 32.
Thank you, Trix,
We
though.
didn't
I
get-
appreciate you trying.
Thank you.
Thank you for attempting, Trix. We love you.
No,
we
suck,
love you,
we
buddy.
Suck. It's okay, we suck.
Trix, I tied Namian's record.
Fuck you.
Top 36, that's what we got.
Yeah.
I just want to say I tied Namian's record. Sorry, Namian. Gotta pat myself on the back every time I can, because otherwise I'm just gonna actually be the worst player ever.
It's all good. I'm honestly, for real, I'm like, damn. When you started playing moves against Maz without thinking, I'm just like, yeah, you learned.
Oh
to play
yeah,
wise.
no. When it was like play fast, and I'm like, okay, I know what to do here.
Yeah. I think because it was in tournament, you just played a little slower. because you didn't want to
Yeah,
fuck
because
it
I
up.
was. It
Like,
was like it was the added like, hey, don't want to fuck it up for the other people. But
Yeah.
playing against Maz, where it's like the stakes are so low, I'm like, I can just rip through things.
Yeah, and you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm like, I know what the effects are. It was just like making sure I went through order correctly.
Wait, Astram, what, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable were you when you first started the day, and how comfortable were you at the end of the day?
I felt pretty comfortable round 1. I felt pretty solid. I feel like I played well round 1. I felt pretty good. Round 2, my confidence dropped through the fucking floor.
Oh, just
Round
because
3.
Dennis kind of grilled you.
Round 3, man who talked every move through completely, loved him, confidence went back up. Round 4, I was chilling, confidence went pretty mid on that one, and they stayed mid for the rest of the day. So it was
No,
a bit,
no,
it was a bit of
no.
a roller coaster at the
You-
start, and then I started like I ended pretty.
You
I
had
felt
to
okay.
pick me up at the end when you saw Guilty Gear League of Legends Bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I feel like that was like it was not. I felt better as a person, not necessarily about my gameplay or like confidence playing the game. But I was like, you know, I know what I'm doing. I feel good. It's the last match of the day. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm chilling. We'll just move on from there. So I felt pretty good overall. And Namian, I'm sorry. Trick said beating an old person isn't nice. So I'm sorry he called you old.
Oh, it's okay.
I also didn't beat you. For the record.
Did you not? Did you beat me when
No,
I
we
was on
tied.
Chainsaw?
No,
Like
I
the
didn't.
night before? Oh, okay.
No, you beat
I
me.
was
You beat
asleep,
me
so I
that
don't
game.
know what happened.
no, no.
You beat me that.
No,
That one
we-
was.
We realized you
that one was-
might have been okay because the bike.
We
and
missed- we
green
missed
event.
the line,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We missed the line on that one. I was like, oh shit, but I did lose the game overall.
No, I was glad you adapted because you had the event standing straight up in your level zone.
Literally, that helped me so much.
Every time I looked over it, that was already in your clock. I mean, in your level, and it was standing straight up, and I'm like, oh, okay, it works.
Yeah, it legitimately worked. Yes, Perry carried. There's
Perry
no doubt
technically
about
did
that.
carry.
Perry had the
yeah,
best record.
Perry had the best record.
Perry had the best
3-3,
record.
Yeah.
Perry carried, bro. So I felt, I do have to say, adapting and putting it vertically in my level genuinely made such a difference because
Yeah.
I knew I had the option,
Yeah, and
and
it's-
I did use it.
Yeah, and it's not like anyone's gonna call you out on it and be like, oh, that shit should be
Yeah.
horizontal. You should be like, oh yeah, fuck you.
If they do, I'm just gonna go, oh crazy. I guess this is the top card of my level now. Eat shit.
Permanently top card on my level, go to hell.
Y'all not do BO3? No, it's BO1, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's psychopath shit.
What are your thoughts on BO1, huh?
Oh, it's so cringe. I hate BO1 so much,
Ah,
but like, hey,
I'm so used to BO1.
it's whatever.
Come on, man.
I think BO1 is so cringe, but like, whatever, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
best
I think
of
it was.
one?
I think it was fine for the event per se.
Oh no, at
But,
a
like,
at a
if I
local, no,
actually-
at a local it's best of 3. Locals are best of 3.
Yeah, I don't
I
know. Locals
feel-
is best of 3.
I feel like if I played this game even slightly competitively, I would genuinely hate my life forever.
Oh well, welcome to every single Vanguard player.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm me and the boys had this long discussion where we're like, man, Vanguard and Weiss, like this was a super fun experience. We definitely want to do it again. This game will never be our main game ever in our lives
no,
because
no.
of BO1 entirely. It's like
No.
going to events. BO1 is terrible. I'm never going to take this seriously in my life.
Yeah, BO1.
I'd rather die.
BO1 is like you want to play the best deck, but the best deck might not be actually a good best of 1 deck.
And it's also, it could just not be fun. So why the fuck play it?
Yeah,
I'm playing a game.
Yeah,
If Weiss and all the card games were best of 3, I think the tournament would be way longer.
they would have to
It
do
would
day
be.
1, day 2. Yeah,
Yeah, they would have
Yeah.
to, and I think that would be fine per se. But it's just it's an entirely different tournament. They have to restructure their entire tournament circuit. Basically.
yeah, they did that for a
I feel
year,
like-
and then it wasn't good.
It didn't.
Yeah, but I feel like it's better for the competitive integrity of the game.
But the thing is that Bushiroad's not a TCG company.
Yeah, Perry's.
I'm a TCG company, bitch. I don't know what to say. How many years they been doing it at this point?
No, Perry likes to say that Bushiroad is a like more like a marketing and like whatever company, and not like.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like technicality at that point. It is still just like running tournaments and junk. But Yeah,
I just
I
feel
think
like
I'm just
when
so
the
used to
game
BO1.
I just feel like when the game is so incredibly RNG heavy, like RNG is a major mechanic of the game, rather than it just being a card game where obviously there is RNG in it, but the mechanics of the game, including a lot of RNG, I feel as though it should be BO3. That is a personal opinion. I understand that the skill sets of playing Vanguard and Weiss is all about, managing managing risk and RNG in that way. That is in fact a different skill set. It's just I just don't like that that's the point. I enjoy the executing my game plan better rather than managing risk better necessarily. So I feel like that's like why I enjoy Magic better more than I enjoy, say, Vanguard or Weiss. And I feel like if you are so RNG heavy, even if the skill set is about it, I feel like it should be BO3, so you have more consistent ways of showing that you have that skill of managing it. That is a personal opinion on it, but I'm not the head of Bushiroad, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's also why I'm flocking to Shadowverse so much, because even though that is still BO1 because Bushiroad, the RNG is a little less. It's just, I think at that point it's just regular card game RNG, and then
It's
BO1 is still like doo-doo, but it's a better game.
There's a moment where when you tried out Modern, right, Namian?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I think you should try it because it's less RNG heavy. And then you played fucking Calibrated.
Let's go.
I was like, I think you'd enjoy the actual like competitiveness more because you're not relying on that RNG. And then you played the RNG deck.
It's funny. I actually feel the same way. If I had taken more time, and if I had more time rather than doing it on a whim, made like an actual deck, I probably would have done fine. Like the people I played weren't like amazing. Like I could tell that they were all kind of like.
They're just like, they're playing for the sake of playing.
Yeah. So I thought they were fine.
It's like, I feel as though if you actually did the point of why I suggested playing Magic, you would have had a better experience.
I mean, at least I didn't. Like, okay, let's say I try harder in Modern, I would have gotten Furies the day before they were banned.
No, I understand. Also, Modern is a terrible format, but it's what you have access to. So
Yeah.
I would not have suggested playing Modern, for the record.
Yeah, Modern was just like what was available. That's fine.
It unfortunately was your only option. If I had to actually suggest, I wouldn't have ever suggested Modern because I just don't like that format. I think it's a bad format. I would have suggested Pioneer, but
Pioneer, I think Pioneer is fine. It just wasn't available.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
I do think one day I think you should try it out, but that's just my opinion.
Competitive ED, yeah, right. Okay, and just lose
competitive Pauper ED. Do you know what competitive Pauper EDH is?
Pauper EDH. Okay.
Yeah,
Pauper?
so Pauper
is
EDH
like
is
not high rarities.
No, so Pauper the format is only commons. Pauper EDH is it's only commons in the main deck, but your commander can be an uncommon. It doesn't have to be an uncommon legendary creature. It can just be an uncommon creature.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Obviously, if it's an uncommon legendary creature, that's also legal, but it can be any uncommon creature.
Interesting.
But that is what Pauper EDH is. So that's competitive Pauper EDH.
There's so many
Pauper
formats.
Yeah, no, bro. Pauper EDH, however much there was a competitive Pauper EDH tournament in Las Vegas, it's not a popular format. I think it's a cool format, but it's not popular.
No, the thing that's turning me off about Magic is the fact that there are multiple formats, and everyone always says their format's the worst, and I'm just like, okay, so does the game just suck? Like, what's going on?
The genuine fact is, all competitive formats suck in their own way. Finding whatever one you like the most is it. Like, I think Modern is a bad format because I think the decisions that Wizards of the Coast has made through Modern Horizons has made the format worse. That said, before they did that, I actually thought Modern was a really cool format, and I think it was awesome. Pioneer, I think, is a very good format. Now, Standard, if you don't care about Standard rotation, play Standard. there's stuff to do. Vintage and Legacy, I don't know how much money you want to spend on Magic, so I don't suggest that.
No, for me,
because it's expensive.
For me, it's about accessibility, right? Like, I don't play as many locals anymore post-COVID and because of work. But if I wanted to play a White Shadowverse or Vanguard tournament, I have so many stores I could go to that I can do it.
Yeah,
and like,
I feel as
and Bushiroad has been like my main tournament thing, and I know what to expect. So
Friday Night Magic is a thing. It's just all of them are so inconsistent on what formats they play, or like a lot of them are just draft. And you can play draft, and I don't know how much you'd care for draft in Magic, but draft is a big format.
People don't really FNM over here. It's only pre-releases.
That's just so sad. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
that's like, just so sad.
I ask Silk Road is in here. I asked them. There's no FNMs. The Magic community is small. Fucking CarQuest doesn't have like FNMs.
How is New York a small fucking Magic community? Bro, I feel like I got a bigger Magic community at my local game store than all of New York, the way you putting it.
It feels like it.
Oh my god.
It's probably because
I have like multiple stores that I know have like run like tournaments like multiple times a week.
Yeah, Silk says they got denied, they got rejected for WPN.
Fuck you, Watsy. You're terrible. Terrible company.
And I think it's
I have boomer opinions about Watsy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna blame. Well, first of all, one of the things I blame is King's Games, because they ruined Magic basically for like a thing, because they were hosting their events and like making people play in like moldy basements until the Magic community complained, and then they got their license revoked. I think New York is also a very like breaking the rules kind of a state, because people are just scummy and annoying as shit. So it's like, hey, don't sell this product until then, and look where all the new product comes out of New York. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think Magic is probably more for like, I don't want to say smaller communities, but more like communities like yours, I guess.
I feel like it's more spread out. Yeah,
I think so. And I think there's just way too much competition in New York. Like, you can probably go like 2-3 blocks. Like, I remember in Chinatown, there's literally 4 card stores fighting amongst themselves for like everyone's like money.
That's insanity to me. As someone who grew up with like, I'd have to drive 30 minutes 2 towns over to get to a card shop. I'm like, that's wild to me.
Yeah, I can go to Silk, I can go to Flushing, where there's like 2-3 different card stores. I can go anywhere and there's like a card store that I can play in. And
bro, a card store opened up the town over for me when I was in high school, and it was the biggest W of my life.
Yeah.
I think
Go on.
Yeah. I think at Chinatown at one time we had like maybe 4 card stores within like 2 blocks of each other.
They were across the street from each other. Silk Road
across from each other too.
I mean, not Silk Road. Iki and
Iki too, yeah.
Hawaii DDF was right across the street from each other. And then if you go like 4 blocks down, Dot Shop and I forgot what size store was called, but like they were Nebulous. They were right next to each other.
We had like 5 stores all within like a few blocks of each other.
And here, fucking rural Massachusetts, we have fucking no ice, no card fight within a reasonable distance of fucking Boston. Jesus.
And the thing is, they do all the games. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is honestly probably the biggest game here in New York. I think it's gotta be Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't want to.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I guess I know maybe I'm biased. It's probably I'm biased. I was gonna say like probably Magic, but I'm thinking Pokemon, but I'm like, I don't know. It's weird.
Bro, based on how little Magic stuff you say, and then how many people showed up for
card fight,
how many people knew you there and were like local teams that you knew? That seems like, I feel like if there was a tournament for Magic, like there's like no one knows anyone. It would be like whatever the fuck. It seems like so disproportionate.
Yeah,
it's so wild.
The tournament that I went to for Magic Modern, like it was just a little coffee shop, and like max amount of people was like 40 dudes for like what was considered a regional thing for them. Meanwhile, you saw what happened this weekend, where where a giant venue had to reject people because
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Also, Spider, I do have to say, just because you grew up in urban Massachusetts, that's because you had city traffic. It took 20 to 30 minutes. I was 20 to 30 minutes on the highway. There is a big difference. There is a difference between those two things in terms of just distance. But I understand what you mean. But yeah, it's just so wild.
Yeah, but
I wish Magic was bigger for you because I wish that you could give it a good shake, but obviously, yeah, whatever. You have your game. I'm not gonna force you to play a different one.
yeah, no, I'm always willing to give things an honest try. It's just I know my commitment to it can't be that high because I literally just don't have places to play. If I have places to play, yeah.
Bro, if there was like an okay area, I'd literally say I really think you should give it a different shot. Like I'd be sitting there like, bro, you shouldn't have played Calibrated Blast. Play something else. Do something. I'd probably be downright annoying, being like, I really think you should try something else. But like at this point, I'm like, I know you don't have other options, so it's like, yeah.
It would have also cost me like 10 times as much money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just the land itself cost me so much money. Now imagine I had to get the creatures. Jesus fuck.
Bro, to be fair, land base is the most expensive part of Magic the Gathering.
Sure, but I'd still have to get creatures and other bullshit.
Yeah, bro, you imagine buying your Goyfs, bro, back when they were playable, but now Goyf is terrible.
Yeah.
Also, Pioneer, there's no fetch land, so your land base is way less expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it's
again,
whatever. I can't think
it's
about
not
Magic
available, so who gives a shit? Yeah, it's not available for you, so who gives a shit?
Exactly.
It's like I can't play Weiss or Card Fight competitively because there's no fucking locals near me.
Yeah, no joke. Like
I'm not driving 2 fucking hours for one.
No
you
joke.
Can play on the sim.
No, like
that's not a local, Perry.
No, well.
And also, what am I gonna get? I'm gonna top deck 7. I'm gonna get the 7 climaxes and cry myself to sleep.
You could play Rumble actually. But no one should play Rumble.
Is Rumble?
Oh, it's Bushiroad's official online camera tournament.
No, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Nam cannot open up at Mitgo. Fuck that, bro. Mitgo's terrible.
No, Mitgo. I really tried to play Mitgo and it made me vomit.
Did you play Arena or Mitgo?
Oh, never mind. I played Arena. Oh, Mitgo is that really manual?
Mitgo with the UI. Mitgo is the UI of fucking 2009, bro. That thing, it looks like dog shit, but you can play any format on it.
Kind of weird to see how little Bushiroad game stuff compared to the people there this weekend. Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, New York is the big one, is one of the big ones. The next one is probably like California, but it's probably just a difference of like 100 people. Like if you go to like another place,
there's just literally nothing in Massachusetts.
It's
like, I remember when we were talking about trying to find card stores and you were finding one that's like 2.5 hours away from my place, and it's like, yeah, dude, I'm definitely driving 2.5 hours, so I could drive 2.5 hours
like
back.
Yeah.
Just to not have an access
store locator thing.
Yeah, I went to the store locator to try.
And to even then, it was like we were iffy on if they actually sold it.
Yeah, some people are just listed as stores and they just hold the like actual event and they get like promo packs and stuff like that.
And yeah, they don't. Again, sometimes they just don't sell singles. It's like, yeah, bro. It's so oof. It's terrible. There's just nothing. So even if I wanted to like try to do locals, I can't.
Yeah, to be fair, keeping singles for Vanguard is like criminal. Yeah, because the meta changes so fast for card fight. The prices like fluctuate so much.
It's the. I know we had the talk about like card game finances, and it's like, yeah, bro. The difference between Weiss finances are still wild to me, but like whatever. It feels so different coming from Magic.
What? It's cheap.
Just Weiss is like, yeah, you have these SPs and they're in this set and they'll never go down because it's that set, versus Magic being the card is entirely based on its playability.
I mean,
100%.
I mean, I think Weiss is pretty easy to get into price wise, right? You can't.
No. I'm saying I'm talking about like the high end finance part.
High end is weird.
No, that's what I mean. It's so different between Magic and Weiss, being that like you can buy the promos for a set and they will like the SPs for a set and they will like never go down, right? In Magic, they're going down. they're gonna hit the floor because like it's so different. It's such a different ecosystem, and it's so weird to me. Like obviously, again, I think that Weiss the floor to get in, like looking at cards, I'm like, it's like $1 for this, yeah, $1 for there. It's like that it's a fine. Like I think the most expensive card like that I looked at like earlier today was like $6. I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. And I'm like, but like comparatively, it's like, yeah, dude.
Well,
Magic's so weird.
If you look at your Guilty Gear deck, right, the most expensive card is still the Ram Brainstorm, just because it's playable in every deck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's the difference of now that I have that, that's it. That's the the Guilty Gear itself is self-contained. You're only gonna run it if you're playing Guilty Gear, and Guilty Gear's never going to get better.
Yeah, I could say that with an asterisk, but go on, Perry.
Yeah, because I feel like that's one of the benefits of Weiss, that like you don't have to continuously buy new sets. Like
No, I
remember
agree.
playing-
This guy from our
my
local
point is
has
from the
playing Madoka Magica for years and has never played anything else.
My point is from the like investing point of view. It's the idea where I think it's better for the players because you can get your set and then you're good. Like I never have to buy another fucking Guilty Gear set unless they somehow fucking do Guilty Gear Strive 2, which let's be fucking honest is not going to happen. But like those cards are self-contained. The set is not going to have some new thing come out that all of a sudden spikes fucking Gold Lewis Brainstorm to the moon. Maybe like there's like a tech that's found, but like the set itself is not going to change that because it's self-contained. Versus Magic where this random shit changes and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck? That's my point. It's like Magic, it's like, oh, this card was like $80 and then another card is printed and oh, this card's $2. Because it's all continuous versus not.
Yeah, that happens for like I think Weiss is like unique in that sense.
Yeah, that's my point. It's so different compared to Magic in that case.
Card Fight, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm pretty sure Shadowverse is like that too. The moment something else comes out and it's like, yeah, that dipped.
It was the example of when Feather got released and you could visibly see Aurelia's Fury spike in price. Yeah, no, that's see, Vanguard it makes sense for because it is not self-contained. I'm specifically referring to Weiss.
Yeah. I'm just countering the points that I know are available.
Yeah. See, Lunar's not understanding exactly my point.
Weiss is different. Weiss is different.
Yeah, Weiss is my point.
The only thing that would fluctuate Weiss prices is if there suddenly is a Guilty Gear 2.
Another set comes out.
Yeah, if there's a Guilty Gear 2, then people are like, oh fuck, I need to get the good old cards.
If there's another set, absolutely. But that's basically like, hey, what if Magic 2 came out? An entirely new Magic game came out where all of them are legal. Because all of the cards in Magic are legal for me when playing Magic. While if I'm playing a blue deck, every blue card of all time is legal, basically. Mm-hmm. Obviously, exceptions because generic shit. But like if I'm playing Guilty Gear, I have access to Guilty Gear. And if another set comes out, if I already have that set, I'm good.
Yeah.
But like if I like say this random card gets printed for Commander that I want to build around, and then all of a sudden this random fucking Onslaught card is like perfect for it, I have to go back and go, holy shit. Yeah, Giada making Youthful Valkyrie go from 50 cents to $8. Exactly. It's a one card printed like multiple sets down the line, changing that. It's the ecosystem's just very different for Weiss comparatively, because it is entirely dependent on if your set gets a set too, rather than independently, like full thing. I just find it weird coming from my specific background.
Now, Weiss is definitely the outlier in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's.
Go on.
I feel like it's because like people call Weiss waifu the card game, and like I don't agree with it like fully, but some people just like collecting Weiss because of the signatures and like, you know, signs and stuff like that. Like I don't think that's a thing in a lot of other card games. Like, does Magic have like because Weiss is based off the anime, so people like collecting signatures from the voice actors and stuff like that. I feel like compared, like I'm pretty sure, how like do Magic cards have like autographs from like well-known people and stuff like that? I
No,
feel like that's probably
No, probably not.
we don't get autographs, but they do print very exclusive versions of cool cards. Like for example, say the expeditions or the invocations that they did in say Battle for Zendikar, or other things where they basically do, hey, they do, hey, we're gonna print these older cards or like X card, and we're going to make the art insane, and they're gonna be super exclusive, and we're gonna have those. So if you really want to like bling out your deck or collect them, you can. One of my friends very much wants to collect all of the Amonkhet invocations because they think the style is very cool, and they spent a lot of money opening Amonkhet because they're a fool. And I will
those
call
like
them a fool until
hieroglyph
they
looking
die.
ones.
Yes, it's the hieroglyph ones, the Egyptian hieroglyph stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, for me,
Uh,
I think it's
but
like
like there's a lot of those in Magic rather than like signature and like dedicated to the character, because obviously there's no voice actors or the character doesn't appear in anime or anything. You're more attached to like if you read the story, that's super cool, but you're not gonna get the Oko voice actor.
I think the only card that honestly stuck out to me in all the times like that I don't follow Magic was the Liliana that was
Which
drawn by the
one?
Final Fantasy artist.
Yes. So back when War of the Spark came out, they did a series of Japanese planeswalkers where they got famous artists from anime and games to do them, and it was super cool. And they appeared randomly in packs.
Yeah,
And that was my $15 Narset uncommon. That if I wanted to get the foil one was like $400.
yeah, and the Lily is probably like 1,000 something or
Oh
more.
yeah. It's insanity.
Don't forget Weeb.
Those are
Juice and
very
Chandra. But like
See, that's the type of exclusivity that we get. Like those ones are cool. Those ones were a big deal because they had like the tie to a different source of media that people could get attached to. Like, oh, I really like that artist.
yeah, but the thing is
Specifically.
like I feel like now secret layers have kind of ruined that.
I think they've changed their model. I do like what they do, because they still do it. Like you get like rainbow foily shit, like the Rhystic Steady I showed off in my Discord a while back when we were watching wrestling. That was like a super exclusive one, and that card's really good, really expensive. Like they still do that type of thing where they make like an exclusive card print and you can find it in certain things, but secret layers, they definitely are leaning more into to have like a, hey, you can get these exclusive ones and they'll go up, you can kind of like invest in them, but they still do pack ones.
Yeah,
It's like weird.
I still
I
think it's
disagree with a
weird.
lot of WotC's decisions with stuff like that, but like it still happens. It still is a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's so strange. Maybe I'm just very used to the Japanese model and how they do things. I feel like there's nothing hype for me when it comes to Magic. Is that weird? Like,
that's just, I feel like it's just you don't know the cards that are hype, I guess. Maybe it's like for continue, Perry, sorry, go.
No, go ahead. I'm just thinking because I feel like the same way because I grew up with Japanese card games. Like I didn't grow up with Magic, but I did grow up with Yugi and like, Pokemon and stuff like that. Like I heard of Magic when I was a kid, but I was never into it because everybody that played it around me were adults. Like during the summertime.
It's a boomer game. Like I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's a boomer game. Yeah.
Yeah, when my parents sent me to like a summer school, like this Chinese summer program, all the older kids played Magic and all the younger kids played like Yu-Gi-Oh. So like it just wasn't something that like I feel like the age group around me ever played and stuff like that. And also probably because, commercials and stuff like that. So people kind of my age kind of just grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh on TV and stuff like that versus the older kids who played Magic.
That's like 100% understandable.
In terms of the hype thing, it's not that I'm trying to think of a comparison, right? And it's not like a set has like a new Jace or something, and I'll be like, "Yo, it's Jace! Oh fuck, yeah, Jace!" I can't imagine what or how I would get hyped for it, right? It's like I see a magic card, I'm like, the effect is cool, and I look at the art, and I'm like, I have no attachment to this whatsoever.
As I said, it's a boomer game. The longer you've been invested, the more times you can have those feelings. You can be excited, like, and yeah, Lunar says it. You can be excited about themes where you go, holy shit, wait, this card is super cool and very cool as like a human part, and he does something really flavorful for his character. For me, if you want to hear the biggest disappointment of all time, and I'm sorry because I talked about this on the car, everyone. My people in the car with me on the way to BSF, but the biggest card that has ever disappointed me is the fucking new Innistrad Audric. Audric was one of my favorite characters in Magic. I loved Audric. I think he's so cool. He's the master tactician. I think his effects are cool. I think he's a cool character. And then they made a Boros version of him, which I would be all about. But then they filtered a shitty mechanic onto him and put and made him a vampire. And I think that took away all of my love, like all the things that I really loved about the character. And it showed like, hey, I am invested in the actual game because I have like this knowledge of I really got attached to this card and I really like it as a character. In terms of like just I have the experience through playing a shit ton of Magic to get that feeling, rather than just being like, oh, media here, I like that, go there. And yeah, it was also off screen and lore, so like it was so bad. It was so badly done. It was so uninteresting, and it was so bad, and it was terrible. And I hated that they did that to one of my favorite characters, that I still complain about it to this day.
I think I kind of get it now. Like you described it that way, and I'm gonna go back to being a bitch about Angel Feather. But
yeah, no, you and Angel Feather is basically like me being mad about Audric, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, you know, after playing Nocio for so long and doing that, and then they release all this God Rail shit, and I'm just like, Rescue is ass. Why do they keep printing all this bullshit for Angel Feather? Like, it's like really doo-doo, and it makes no sense. And this playstyle sucks butt. Like, it's not what Angel Feather is about. And then yeah, I guess that's the feeling I got while you were talking about it.
Yeah, that is like a perfect example where it's like I'm so mad about that, blah 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 blah, fuck that. But then like you would feel the same way if like No Seal got printed and they did a really good job with it, as if I did it. If they just went, oh, we went back to Innistrad and Audric's no longer a vampire, they actually fixed him, I'd be like, this is the biggest day, this is so cool, I'm so excited, he's finally back, oh my god, that's super cool. I feel like you'd be like, oh shit, No Ciel, it's back, they're doing it well, holy shit.
It's like imagine
through playing you gain the attachment, basically.
It's like imagine they printed Dayusha and they made him like a Nova Grappler, and you're like, wait a minute.
I'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
You'd be like,
no,
wait,
bro,
what?
bro, no. It's worse than that, bro. Imagine they printed fucking Dayusha and they made him fucking like Eugene from D, and he's just bad, and you're just like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
That's what they did to Audric, and I'm so mad about it.
Yeah.
They took everything about him and made him terrible. Sorry. Gonna stop complaining about it.
I can't but feel like Vanguard's a really weird sort of like, I'm not sure how to exactly word this, but I feel like with how, okay, it's how Vanguard is, how the media, how Vanguard as a media franchise is compared to a lot of other things, if you know what I mean. It's very similar to Yugi. Like, I feel like in terms of like community wise, Weiss and Magic are closer than Cardfight and Weiss. Because if you think about it, like how they market Vanguard, it's like the perfect storm if you think about it. Like, how many people, like, I've run into way too many people who do the whole entire role play at regionals compared to like other card games. I don't think, like, I haven't played enough Magic like to say for sure, but like
If you encounter a role player playing Magic, they are actually a psychopath. They are not a normal Magic player. Normal Magic players are misogynists, not role players. That's actual psychopath. The Magic players suck, not in that way. That's basically what I'm saying.
The Yugi players that know the whole I summon my Stardust, blah 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 kind of chant.
Literally, if a Magic player ever did that, you are free to shoot them, and I'm sure most of the community would be okay with that.
I think Vanguard and Yugi just promote that sort of like
Yeah, it's like promoted out of the
strange-
anime type deal, yeah.
yeah, and I think because of that, people get way more attached to Yu-Gi-Oh like monsters and like units in Vanguard because of how they promote their card game.
It's because it's an
Like-
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the difference between becoming attached in Magic is via your own experiences, not watching the media.
Not pretending to be Yugi with the Dark Magician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I like Dayusha because Dayusha is super cool, and in the anime it's super cool. But I like Audric because I've played with Audric enough to go, holy shit, this card is cool. I looked into the lore of my own volition instead of it being like the first thing there. And I'm like, man, I really like his character. I had to go looking for that to become attached rather than I watched the anime so I know Dayusha is cool and Kenji Mitsusada is a gamer. Hits the whip. Like, that's the difference.
It's why all the Shadow Paladin players are fucking cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All of them suck because they're all like, bro, I'm literally Ren Suzugamori, bro.
They're all
I'm
like,
literally him.
Oreno Bujin Blaster Dark. La, 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 la.
Like I like Vanguard, like I have so many good memories playing Vanguard, but the reason like I can't bring myself to play Vanguard again unless like, you know, someone needs me as a third for our Vanguard team is because the community is so like unpleasant, cringy to be around all the time and stuff. And like I think it's just how it's promoted, like the anime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just very not pleasant to be around. But because of that, it draws in so many people.
Yeah, because it has the reach of an anime, it gets more, it gets like more like dedication and more reach. But I feel like the reach is like it's more of like the fanboys rather than the like, hey, I play that. Like, yeah.
You don't play it because of the card game. You play
I don't
it
have
because
to
of the anime.
reinforce. You just get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like also quote Spider. Yeah, most of my favorite Magic cards are because of my experiences with them. I love Marin because she was my first commander, rather than her being my first commander because I liked her. Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
feel like it's
about-
also
Continue.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a weird bonding experience for the community because with how big Magic it seems to be, I can't imagine like with how crazy people get when a new Blaster Blade is released or a new Minerva is released, like, and people kind of like bond over it. I can't really see because you said there, like you and like Luna were talking about how certain units in Magic you guys just like. I can't imagine like a bunch of Magic players going, oh look, it's a brand new well, I guess Liliana is a different case, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, there's not like the holy shit. It's the second coming of Christ when a new like
Holy
fucking
shit!
Jace
Another
prince.
Ezel that can superior ride.
Like, people can be very excited because the community has favorites of like the characters, but like it can happen. Yeah, as Luna's saying, it can happen when we return to a place. Like when we say we're going back to Ravnica. Ravnica is one of the coolest planes. Everyone loves Ravnica, and it's like, holy shit, we're going back. That's so exciting that we're going back. I wonder how the plane has changed. And it's like thinking like that rather than holy shit, the second coming of Jesus Christ, right? Because everyone has such their own experiences with Magic. It's instead of like, oh, this is the character, this is the boy. Everyone's like, no, I actually like this character. Or I like this character. You're not expected to love everything. You're like, yeah, going back, some people might hate going to Ravnica. Ravnica is well accepted as one of the coolest places, but like some people might be like, yeah, I just don't like the vibe. It's not for me.
Richard said,
how it goes. Also, yeah, there's 7 bajillion characters, so everyone's interest is blanketed. You're damn correct.
Richard said the moment they started to keep going back to old realms, I was out.
Yeah, I mean, Return to Ravnica was good. I think it was when it was done well. Unfortunately, they're overusing that gimmick now. I have my own boomer take. I think Return to Ravnica was done well because it was the first time they really did it, and I think they actually executed. But now they've been back to Ravnica again, and then they went back to Ravnica again, and it's like, man, bro. And they just kind of started doing it. I think Ravnica 3 was at least okay because it had very much story impact, and it was like the culmination of years and years and years of story, and I think it was executed well. But then we went back to Murders at Karlov Manor, which happens on Ravnica, and that set was poo-poo garbage.
Return to Ravnica.
Yeah, it was poo-poo garbage. Going back to Innistrad, they did absolute dog water with. They ruined characters. The story was not interesting. That one was poo-poo garbage. That's just, the writing was terrible. If the writing is terrible, the set sucks. If they do well with it, it's like, yeah, the going back is interesting. I think Battle for fucking Zendikar Rising is a terrible set. Battle for Zendikar was fine, and obviously original Zendikar was awesome. Magic is very hit or miss on how it's executed, but you can still get cards that matter to you. One of my favorite Magic card of all time is a 2/2 for 2 mana with no text on him. That is my favorite Magic. Yeah, Runeclaw Bear. It's my favorite Magic card of all time, and I'm known for playing red, white, and blue. My favorite card is a 2/2 bear for 1 and a green.
Sick.
That is by far my favorite card. If I ever see that card printed again, I will literally go out of my way to buy more of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just it. It comes from your experiences. If you think it's a flop of an experience, you're gonna be like, shit, bro. But then if they do really good, it'll be like, yeah, fucking pog, awesome time. It's so wide and varied because there's so 9 more billion fucking cards in this game. You're just like, yeah. It's insanity. There's so many fucking cards. Interesting game. Stupid game. Love Magic. Hate it too.
Uh-huh.
Love-hate relationship for over half my life.
Yeah, and now you got other games now. Woo. Now you got Mahjong.
I got my side games, bro.
You got Mahjong.
I got Mahjong. I'm gonna be playing Mahjong, bro. You can't stop me. It's gonna be hype.
So when's your return to Mahjong Soul?
I literally played a game of Mahjong Soul.
That didn't count. Mahjong Soul stream.
Oh, Mahjong Soul stream? Bro, give me like a week, bro. I ain't doing that on stream anytime soon, bro. I'm gonna die.
What? You gonna run into traffic again?
Maybe. Mahjong Soul with the boys, though? That might be sooner, though.
Regular Mahjong before, after, during D&D?
That also might happen. That also might happen.
You can always play Mahjong during Monday Night Raw or SmackDown.
We'll be too busy paying attention to the Yeet Boy.
Yeah, bro, I care so much about Jey Uso. Wait, that tweet where it's like, man, the crowd was so lame. We needed a Jey Uso. I'm like, bro, I didn't even fucking notice he wasn't in Raw last week. I didn't even fucking notice.
Yeah. Like,
I thought Raw was like fine, and I'm like, I didn't need Jey at all, bro. I was happy with everything.
You gotta pay attention for Clash.
Bro. No, wait, there was an advertisement. I think there was an advertisement for like Priest version. I forget who he was
Rey
versus,
Mysterio.
but it was after. Yeah, but it said for the world heavyweight, and it was after Clash of the Castle, and Drew just comments on it. What the fuck, bro? It's like, what the hell is this? It's like, I'm gonna win. And I'm like, oh shit, bro, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. So, I'm waiting for Clash. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be super hype. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you're gonna love it when Drew loses.
I'm gonna cry. But that said, I should go to bed. It is past midnight, and I have to work in person tomorrow.
True, Damian Priest is gonna claymore Drew.
Don't you say that to me. Don't you say that to me.
That's gonna be funny.
Don't you say the bad. Don't you say bad things to me.
Dominic is gonna interfere.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh wait, before we end, I have to bring up one thing.
Yes, continue.
What's up?
Having food on the table equals a game loss.
Oh yeah, yo, the Spy Family guy was eating, and I'm like, yo,
He was.
do you want a game loss for your team? And he's like, ah, fuck. Damn, you know what?
Bro,
if I didn't,
they said,
yo, if I didn't tell him, and the judge was like, that's a DQ, and I'm like,
bro, if there was a chance he got DQ'd, I would have conceded beforehand. I liked him enough to do that.
imagine.
I know
Yo,
that's wrong. I wanted him to get it. I don't think he deserves it. He was the nicest guy. I can't let that happen to the boy.
Yeah, Richard just said, what the fuck? Yeah, they said if there's food on the table during a match, that's a game loss. I think for the
Which is
team.
cringe. It's so cringe.
Yeah, they really went to hell with like rules this time, and I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? Chill the fuck out.
Bro, it's just a turn. It's just a BSF, bro. Calm down.
It's just a hot dog.
It's like, bro, calm down. I actually do gotta head out. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's all raid in the sake and say happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure.
how do you raid? How do you raid again? I keep forgetting.
/ raid
The
and then
raid
type
button.
Kurai sake.
I have to
yeah.
hit the following button, and I will click the sake button. I'm sending everyone to sake. Have a good one,
We're
everyone.
gonna
Bye
head
bye
over
bye
there too.
bye.
Bye.
Have a
Peace
good
out.
night, everyone.
Peace, y'all. Thanks
for
for
hanging
stopping by. I really
Peace,
appreciate it, homies.
Bye.
Sorry for the insane conversation.